And we're live. Welcome.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Give bloody legends, what's going on? Cheers, Breezy. A couple of good streams run earlier in the night. Well, we're in. Rosh is sending us straight in. We do have a Jenko. For those that are familiar with the Jenko, you'll know that he's usually on pretty strict time constraints. No different tonight. We're going to go with Jenko's 2 series first. We've got Speedrun with the likes of Monster, Dementor Man, and Wizard of Oz up against Jenko, Potato, and Punda. 3v3, 2v1, 2v2, 2v1, 2v2, 1v1. Rosh, what do you reckon?
I think that it's going to be an incredible match either way.
Jenko just bangs straight away, hits the post and out. Gee, it was a flying start for Kung Fu Punda. That's going to be difficult to say.
I think there's going to be some confusion for sure.
The first time I wrote the bracket up with Kung Fu Panda, and got a quick tap on the shoulder from the team to say that it wasn't correct. But he picked up on the 400 other mistakes that I've also made. But it's all right. We've sort of corrected them one by one as they get pointed out.
Oh yeah.
Type match Speedrun consisting of Monster and Dementor, who always request to play together, but is almost always denied given their strength together. But we are able in Chapter 5 here to put them together, given the we've stepped up the ranks, as you may well have noticed. Gee, the games have been quick, brutal games so far. We've seen only seen 4 or 5 games so far. Still 11 or so to come in round number 1. Still plenty of teams yet to break the ice. Nothing yet between the teams here. A cautious start from both teams, other than that shot early on from Jenko. Much to write home about Rosh.
Filling each other out, that's for sure. But we stand corrected as Monster gets them the first goal of the night. Riz?
Game audio's a bit loud. Could actually go to turn your game sound down, please. I need to be turned up. I think Riz needs to be turned up. Me up. Game down. Who knows?
Thank you. We're all over it.
First goal on the board for Speedrun, courtesy of Monster. They've started pretty well here. Monster into the back wall. There's Dementor. Dementor flies in now. He's been beaten though by PotatoSlayz, and the ball falls to Jenko. That's not the best touch from Jenko. Goes middle. Wizard of Oz is there. Puts it against the backboard. Monster up early, but it's wide. It should be cleaned up quite comfortably by Kung Fu Punda as PotatoSlayz sends it over the top of Monster. Another good ball middle there from PotatoSlayz. Jenko will score. Equaliser. Good transition from fullback into attack there from Kung Fu Punda. Beautiful touch from PotatoSlayz. Beats out Wiz. The last man challenges in the corner and he's beaten. And it is more than often fatal from that position, Rosh.
Absolutely. It's interesting that they were able to find that opening, which is great to see. Equalize. This game is nowhere near over. 3 minutes to go. Wizard coming up the top. Able to get past PotatoSlayz, but he's not out of the game quite yet. Punda with a big push. 2v1. Spooling out into his teammates. And upfield off the wall into the center for PotatoSlayz, but Monster's able to pick it up, Riz.
Yeah, it was a good ball in from Jenko there. His teammates weren't on the same page, unfortunately. We haven't seen Punda before either. Not to mention, we've seen a lot of Monster, Dementor, and Wizard of Oz. For those that have been around for a while, we know they are a few of the oldest members, not oldest as in actual old, but most long-serving members of the Discord. Jenko's been around for some time as well. But Punda is the only one on the field making his first appearance here today, brought in by the lovely Mayonnaise. His teammate per se, him and Jenko will swap roles depending on player availabilities, of course. We have a couple of players in that position. We're chasing a sub for Turpos as well a little bit later. We're probably looking to fill a dual position slot for him as well. So if anyone knows someone as GigaChad as Turpos, feel free to hit us up. We're chasing someone to fill a split roster with him that isn't already on a fixed roster. Punda, great guy. Come across him in comp once. It's good to hear. Yeah, he seems lovely from all the interactions I've had with him, for sure. Yeah, I think I know some plats. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course you're not going to throw your SSL in, are you? When he's going to be your opposition. That makes complete sense. Wizard of Oz, good ball in. PotatoSlayz is there to keep it out. Wiz again off the back ball. Punda in a good position there, keeps it out. Well done by Jenko. Really important touch there. Can't underestimate Jenko's influence on that play. That was probably going to be a goal if he didn't intervene. Potato and Wiz fight head-to-head on the goal line there. The ball goes straight into the ceiling. It's Jenko middle. He's not going to be able to chase this with zero boost, so he's going to go for that corner. The ball comes to Punda, sends it back in. They're under heaps of pressure here. A speed run. Potato meets Dementor on the goal line. 50 after 50, right above their net. No one with boost. Monster's on none. Here goes Jenko. He's met by Monster. He gets the second touch anyway, and the third, and the fourth into the crossbar. Who's there? It's Potato. He scores the second. Jenko just bullies his way through. I thought that bump was going to be enough, but it's not. You see both of the other teammates from Speedrun commit. And PotatoSlayz, he actually picked out Monster in the net, but it's good enough to get the job done.
Incredible play. They just took full advantage of their lack of resources, and they were able to get the dub on that goal, I should say. And another Dementor coming straight in for that goal.
The lead didn't last long, did it?
Not at all.
Yeah, Nasty, we have reached out to Nasty. Nasty's a possibility. It'd be good to get Nasty to the field, actually. He's a very exciting player to watch. I'll reach out to him as we reach the... we get closer to the conclusion of this crew battle. See if he's available at the time. Otherwise, we do have Apples on anxiety for tonight's match on standby as well. I think it would be a fitting replacement as well. Very strong player. We're very familiar with Apples around here these days. Actually, such a lovely character is Apples on anxiety for a player of such high Rocket League skill. It's quite refreshing to have someone that you can have a really decent conversation with, as awful as that sounds. I couldn't find a nice way to put it. Rosh, help me.
I think that you did really well putting that one together, and truer words can't be told. So we're going to be going into OT, aren't we, Riz?
We're going to OT. Game number one, definitely are. It's going to be PotatoSlayz up against Dementor. They meet in the middle of the ground. Monster he chased it back. Doesn't go for the boost. Good move. He ends up missing out on the boost, but it's a good touch. Keeps his team in a good position in defense here. Wizard of Oz with a good controlling touch. Sends it long. There's nobody in the net. He tried to snipe it. Didn't quite get the power he was after, though. PotatoSlayz able to get back in time. There's Jenko looking for a second one here. Gets it. Punda waits down. Jenko's going to follow it up. Again, following the ball downfield. Doing plenty of work from one end to the other is Jenko. There's Potato over the top. Jenko once again lingering, looking dangerous. Monster and Jenko clash in the forward line here. Dementor Man sends it away. Punda will send it wide. Only just, goodness me, only just get a touch on that. He's going to be required once again. No, Jenko takes it over the top of Wiz as well, who challenges hard. And Monster again affects a bump on Jenko. The ball will reset in the midfield, and Monster will get a soft touch down. And Monster would have loved to have had a bit of boost in the tank there. Beautiful layup from Dementor. Wiz, it's in.
Incredible goal. Absolutely. What a play by Wiz here. He actually cut it in. That was very big brain around everyone into the net.
Turfos to chat as well. Yeah, absolutely. Turfos seems a really nice guy as well. It was a beautiful play from Wizard of Oz. They just manufactured something there, didn't they? Monster. Good challenge in the midfield with Jenko. Ends up following it up with a zero boost touch. Dementor popped it high. And Wizard of Oz, as you say, the beautiful catch and cut secures the first win for his team. It is Speedrun who take game number one.
That says a lot. Like, there's a lot of pressure in that moment, and he was able to just calm down and take the correct play.
Oh, party leaders left again. We're leaving the game. What happened there? Hold on a second.
No, we're fine. We're fine.
We're good. It's weird. I got the notification, but nothing happened. Weird.
Rocket League doing Rocket League things.
Thank you, Psyonix. It's a complicated system.
It's a complicated relationship.
Ooh, I liked what I saw from both teams in game number one. It was a tight contest. Speedrun managed to get the chocolates at the end. Got a little a green doogie for the Speedrun team there, Rosh.
Oh.
Don't forget the little green doogies. I like the green doogies around here. Okay, my Dan, welcome.
My mistake, thank you.
It's all good. Dementor Man waits down. Monster is in an awkward position as well. That's set high from, I think it was Punda. PotatoSlayz ends up going Monster. Can we get a soft touch here? Jenko in a dangerous position, sends off the backboard. There's nobody there. Yes, there is. Punda, he's late though. And he's beaten out by Dementor. Wizard of Oz pushes the ball downfield as well. Potato will look to clear it out. Monster, just heavy rotations here from Speedrun. They're not doing anything particularly flashy. They just have really solid team chemistry here, don't they, Rosh?
I think so. And ooh, not having the player names is really throwing me off, but Potato coming in to go off the backboard into Dementor. Let's see if Dementor can push it forward to Monster, but he gets blocked. Now we're seeing a bit of a to and fro here, Riz. What are we thinking?
Yeah, locked into their corner a little bit here. The Speedrun team. Oh, Monster was the one who had boost. He missed out on the big clear though. Dangerous there. The ball is missed a couple of times. Jenko denied. Only just. I think it was Monster that got the backward launch to just keep Jenko at bay there. Potato will catch on the wall. Gets a nice little touch over the top. Wiz dives again. Something to note about Wiz. Oh, great shot from Punda. Takes a touch in field and slots it into the opening.
Just a great banger.
He never does things by halves, does Wizard of Oz. He always challenges at full
Not
speed.
at all.
So all or nothing for Wiz. This time it was nothing. Great control from Punda. And Kung Fu Punda take the lead here in game number 2.
Okay, going into game number 2, 3 minutes remaining off the backboard. Oh, can he get the second touch? But he is stopped by Monster. Punda ready to collect the ball. Oh, I don't think that ball went the right way, but PotatoSlayz might be able to grab it with very little boost. Just trying his best. Monster going for his second touch, trying to put as much pressure as possible. Dementor coming in. Can he get this goal? No, the defense is too strong. Riz?
Good little touch inboard from Dementor. It was a threatening play, wasn't it? They're playing really well. Got to be honest, Monster and Dementor, Wiz as well, all contributing heavily. At the moment, that's a poor touch inboard. There's nobody there. Wizard of Oz goes, but he's way too late. Punda ends up getting it wide. The touch inboard from PotatoSlayz there was incredibly dangerous. Here comes Potato diving in. Looks completely out of control. Gets an effective touch nonetheless. Jenko smothering the clear here. Monster will clear it once again. Dementor Man will be there somewhere. No, he's not in position to intercept the pass from Monster. PotatoSlayz looks to clear off the backboard only as far as Wiz. It's not the best touch from Wiz though, and Jenko will have a little bit of space. He doesn't have the boost he needs to go for the aerial play he was after. He'll fall to Monster to clear. They're going to be trapped again here. A speed run. They're going to need some good work to clear this ball out. Here comes Jenko, sends the ball middle. Wizard of Oz straight down to him. It's not the best touch from Jenko in the end. Good pump there coming in from Wiz on Potato. I'm not sure if that was the intention, but it was effective. We'll see Dementor up against Punda. It's Wiz again, left alone in defense. A good controlling first touch. He can't follow it again, and Potato will take it downfield to rally between both teams, one into the other at the moment as Dementor gets faked out. The touch inboard from Jenko can't quite find the angle. Punda beaten by Wiz. Not sure if Wiz has another one here. Potato almost fakes out his teammate and Jenko there. Jenko eliminated. Shot on target. Potato is there to swat it wide. Monster will come in. Another ball middle. Nobody's there for this one. Punda will do it. No, he won't. Miss out. Jenko will actually send it downfield in the end. And it's required to make a backboard touch. He's not going to get another one. The ball will fall to Jenko. Jenko will take to the end. Not sure how much boost Jenko has in the take. He's got the ceiling reset. Gets the ball middle. Potato's there. What a save from Wiz. Great setup from Jenko. Wiz denied the touch there from Punda. Outstanding. Well, that's a good goal. No, it's not. Monster's there. Ball goes wide. It's a fascinating contest at the moment, Rosh.
Absolutely.
Trading blows.
The even nature of this game is incredible to watch. Goals on, saves as well. Oh.
How are you, Remy? Welcome to the stream, mate. Yeah, it has been nice weather here, actually, as must be said. Beautiful weather. Oh, it's nearly in from Jenko. It's still one goal separating the teams. It was an early goal as well from Kung Fu Punda. It's been a pretty exhausting affair from there. It's been tough for both teams. Shot on target from Dementor, but there's two goalkeepers in the way. Jenko sends it wide. Punda will chase it down. Monster draws the challenge into the midfield. Here comes Wiz over the top of Potato. Drops it down, but Jenko is there. 20 seconds, all that remains. Speedrun will have to try and manufacture something to send this into OT. And we will head to game number 3. Punda. Nice touch inboard. Dementor is there. Wiz also up. Monster on 0 boost. There's Jenko. Shoots. Hot corner. Missed out. 4 seconds remaining. Monster doesn't have the boost. He's going to have to go for a pass, but he's eliminated by Jenko. And surely the ball will drop. No, it doesn't actually. Monster and Wiz are both there. Wiz hits it to Dementor. And it's swatted away by Jenko. And that will be game number 2. We're heading to the 3rd game to settle the threes.
That was a great final rally. At the end there, they almost were able to push it all the way to the end. Speed run, that is.
When did everyone get so good at Rocket League? Yeah, it's like that, isn't it? It's almost time to give up, I think. It's not worth competing anymore.
Don't say that.
The landscape here has changed so much. Game number 3. What do you reckon, Rosh? It's pretty tough to call, isn't it? There's not much separating the two teams.
Well, yeah, that's exactly right. I think that it definitely is anyone's game. I guess that's what we're here to see. I think games like this are the best. You don't know which way it's going to go, but you know it's going to be a good game.
Dementor going for a little bit of mech there, looking for the double tap. He was never going to get it over Jenko there. Good smother by Monster. He's been so critical down back, making such important touches. This Dementor man is denied as Wizard of Oz goes full tilt once again. He missed out on this one again at full speed. PotatoSlayz gets around it. I think it's in. He's got it on the counter attack. Couple of risky pushes coming in from Speedrun, and they've been caught out. We saw Wiz fly in, we saw Dementor fly in. Monster was trying his best to remain composed, but he had no boost and was unable to catch up to the counter attack that followed. Kung Fu Punda, they scored an early goal in game number 2, and it was good enough to get them the win. And they've got another early one on the board here in game number 3. Jenko again looking dangerous, ball middle. Punda can't quite get it around Dementor Man. You see all 3 players from Speedrun push forward. They move into the Mighty Ducks V formation. Rosh, it looks good, but they're met by Potato. They'll have to reload from the midfield. Dementor Man into the sidewall. Wiz won't be able to follow it. Monster can't push either because Dementor Man's stuck around. Monster's got the boost, but unable to affect the play given the positioning of his teammates. Puts one into the sidewall here. Jenko get a controlling touch around him. Always just, the boys on Speedrun just looking for that back wall, aren't they? But the other guys just aren't in position to capitalise on the opportunities they're created.
I think they're definitely going to have to find a way around it, around these backboard plays. They need to adapt.
We're seeing a lot of aggression from Dementor Man and Wizard of Oz. It's exactly what you'd expect from the lineup, of course, but Monster's just unable to affect any kind of play in the forward half of the ground. He's pretty much been locked into the defensive half the entire game. I feel like he's probably their most threatening player in attack. Maybe it's worth moving the pieces around a little bit on Speedrun. They're running out of time to do so. Wiz is going to get a touch off the backboard. It's just straight into Jenko, though. Monster dives in, and again, we've seen it so many times. He's had to get a desperate lunge, Monster, just to smother Jenko. He's threatening anywhere in the forward half. Monster's all over it, giving him zero space. Pushes that one only as far as Punda. Dementor Man again looking for that back wall. There's going to be no one to follow it up, though, unless Dementor Man can get it himself. He can't. And you'll see another clear coming in from Kung Fu Punda.
PotatoSlayz coming off the wall into Dementor. I wonder if Aftershocker's, sorry, Speedrun. I wonder if Speedrun's going to be, if they're going to be able to penetrate the defense here to find themselves a goal. They've really been held off by the Kung Fu Pundas.
Yeah, they haven't scored a goal since OT in game number 1. It's been a really close series, but they just can't find the opening. Of course, the caster curse strikes, and Monster it is. He's finally found his way into the forward half of the ground. Got his speed up and smashed it into the back of the net. There it is. The equaliser.
Punishing them for going 2 men into the corner. Great spot.
Jeez, he looked threatening again there, Monster. Moves into the forward half twice and looks the most threatening player on the field. Both times, Wiz this time pushes in. It's chaos in defense for Kung Fu Punda over the past 30 seconds. They have held all the cards for the last 10 minutes of this encounter, but they have fallen apart, and it has cost them dearly over the past 30 seconds. It's Speedrun who now lead the match. They need to clean things up back there, Rosh. It's a mess at the moment. Here comes Jenko looking for some attack. He's going to get the flip. I don't think he got the flip in the end. It's an easy clear for Dementor Man. Both his teammates, Jenko's I should say, scrambling in defense once again. They rotate around each other well here. Potato takes it out wide. Wizard of Oz is going the wrong way. I'm sure he's aware, but he's putting him into a pretty threatening position regardless. Punda on target. No, it's wide. Well done by Dementor Man to get there. Jenko into the backboard. Wizard of Oz will clear. Good read from him. Downfield to Dementor Man, who puts it wide and will rotate back for boost. It's Monster. and Wiz, who will push the attack. Wiz faked out by Potato. Dementor back on targets only as far as Jenko. Jenko telegraphing from a mile away. He has 0 boost, but gets the save, dives off the sidewall, and somehow effects a miracle save. Keeps the deficit at 1 for the time being. Only by the skin of their teeth. What have the Kung Fu Punda team got? They seem to be so desperate in defense now, Rosh. They seem to have all the answers early, but they're struggling at the moment.
Interesting to see what can change in 30 seconds. As we were just saying, now they're on the back foot. Oh, back foot indeed. One more goal under Speedrun's belt. They truly are leading this match. How things change so quickly, Riz.
They've just fallen apart in defense. I don't know what else to say. Kung Fu Punda they just can't seem to get the rotations right back there. They can't seem to have someone sitting at back post when they need it. Jenko went the in-out there. He seems to have no boost. It's suddenly 4-1. What a second half of the game from Speedrun. What a terrible second half of the game from Kung Fu Punda. They have not struck a blow since the halfway mark here. I'm about 60% of the volume of Rosh. Would you like me to turn me up, Rosh, or should you turn me up? Rosh sounding smooth. Yeah, always, always.
I will.
Dangerous.
I'll work on that in the background. Take it away, Riz.
I can just turn my mic up if you want. Is that easier? Would you like me just to turn my mic up?
Just keep talking. Just keep talking.
I'll keep talking. Yeah. Let's go. Go next, says Jenko. I think the threes is done. 5-1, the advantage of Speedrun. It's been a catastrophic second half of the game for Kung Fu Punda. I think we will possibly back out to the menu. Well, they seem to they said go next, but then they just kept playing. I don't think anyone's too interested in scoring at this point. Maybe just run down the clock here. If only we had the administrative privileges that the casters do, so we could just pause and set ourselves up with a new game. Let us know if the audio levels improve, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers for the pickup, Dan.
No, it's good. It's good, Dan. We're grateful that you do that.
I didn't turn myself up. Yeah, copy that. I should be a lot louder now. Let me know if I'm too loud. Me being not loud enough is not often a complaint we get. The threes go in favour of Speedrun in the end. Disappointing, I must say, from Kung Fu Punda. Halfway through game number 3 there, they had all the momentum. They're the only ones that had scored a goal, like I said, in about 10 minutes of Rocket League. Go ahead, Models. You can make a complaint. What have you got for us, mate? Rizza has too much clothing on. Ah, yes. Classic. Classic. Thank you, Models. I need Rosh to talk again to compare.
I think it should be fine. I think we've done it, Riz. We've overcome the boundaries. And what are we moving into now?
I think we're going the twos, because I think Jenko wants to get his games done. Cheers, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
We're gonna go to the twos, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be Jenko and PotatoSlayz up against Monster and Dementor. This should be another really interesting contest. It'll leave Wizard of Oz and Punda behind to face off in the ones.
What is the average rank for our ones coming up?
I think that Wiz is roughly Champ 2, Champ 3 twos player. Punda, I think, sits at around Champ 1, Champ 2 in twos, but I believe that Punda's quite capable in ones. Wizard of Oz is an interesting one, very interesting one. He can be extremely good in ones and seems to peak a lot against Neon. I think he's beaten Neon every time he's played Neon on stream, as Neon's gone in as the favourite every time. But seems to struggle against certain
flip reset
styles.
by Monster here.
It was an outstanding first goal for Speedrun. They've picked up where they left off, Rosh, in the threes.
Absolutely. And that start was incredible to see. Jenko coming in to push into Monster, but he's fed it out to Dementor in the corner. Let's see if Dementor can set up some kind of play. No, he tries to hookshot it straight into net. Jenko taking control, pushing Monster out of the way, bullying his way towards the net, but Dementor finds that and bangs it into the corner. Passing out to PotatoSlayz. Oh, the redirect off the backboard.
Jeez.
That was a really nice play. Jenko on the shadow defense. Let's see if Monster can get past him. Gets past one, but is intercepted by PotatoSlayz. PotatoSlayz going for these redirects 2 times in a row now. He's definitely trying something that I haven't seen before. So in these matches, what do you think, Riz?
I'm trying to read what Kadachi wrote in the chat. It's very confusing. Is he talking about the blue box for speedrun, perhaps in the 3s? Maybe. Can you update the game thingo up top hen gen sen hair y? And then he corrected himself with a sen se h. Nice.
I'm really not doing well today, Riz.
Making the most of your evening, Kadachi. I love to see it. Very nice. No, you're good, bro. You're good. The night is young. Dementor down to Monster. Still only the 1 goal separating. We saw the early goal coming in from Monster. That's a dangerous touch from Dementor, though. Jenko, not the best touch. Dementor does well. Does absolutely swallow his name. Does well to clear that out. That should fall straight down to Jenko. They do equalise. Looked like it was going to be a goal one way or another there. Great little touch inboard from Potato as well. I think he might have landed the flip there. And as they raffle that one, I feel like both players had their names all over that. Do we need an
Absolutely. They were both hungry for that goal.
A mare or a stroke. Yeah, honestly. Mash keys till it works. It's all right. We knew what you were talking about. We understand that kind of gibberish around here. Monster, great read. Sends it well against the backboard there. Dementor Man waits for his chance here as Potato feeds it straight to him. Jenko comes down from the back corner here. The ball goes middle. Jenko jumps for that. I'm not sure. I think that's Potato's ball. I'm not sure why Jenko jumped for it. He's ended up throwing himself slightly out of position as a result. He's got no boost left for this play. Not sure what he's got in mind as he misses out and Monster sends it downfield. Yeah, it's really critical that they win the 2s here, isn't it? Because it's going to be a tough time for them, possibly in the 1s as well. I'm sure Wizard of Oz, despite being sometimes shaky in 1s, will probably go in as the favourite in that. So Jenko and Potato will be looking to do damage here in the 2s. That's a good opening from Jenko as he takes out Monster. PotatoSlayz good enough to get the ball middle to his kingpin, and they find their second. They found 2 in a row.
2 minutes remaining. With a 1-goal lead, Kung Fu Panda is looking pretty cushy for now. But things can change very quickly with Dementor Man pushing in to their goal. 20 boost in the tank. Unable to collect it, but... Oh. Punished. Jenko being punished on the line.
It was probably the right move. I feel like he had to make a touch. Like, Monster was just going to score anyway. You could see what Jenko was doing. Try and get a soft touch anywhere but the line of Monster. Unfortunately, he ended up finding the back of his own net. Looks bad. Intentions were good. Equalised. Again, it's a really tight encounter in all of the game modes we've seen so far, isn't it? Monster, he's going to run out of boost here, surely. Oh, he's got it over the top of both. Potato.
They must have thought he had more boost than he had.
Yeah, Jenko went to force the ball out of him here. Monster just kept dribbling. He gets the bump in the end, but PotatoSlayz didn't have the crossbar covered. And that's that 2nd goal in a row for Speedrun. They're the second half specialists here, aren't they? Kung Fu Punda seems to only be able to put together half a game.
Masters of the second wind. Jenko going up and missing that touch. But I don't think it was too crucial. He's able to recover. That was incredible.
He did well. I was about to say it's a difficult 2v1 for Potato to be in. It looked like they were going to head for the bump play as well. And there, out of nowhere, the miracle recovery from Jenko saved the day. Potato downfield. Dementor Man with plenty of spins and plenty of style. We'll get a controlling touch downfield. Potato puts it away from him though. I think Monster and Jenko got the double demo on each other there. Actually, can you update the game thingo up top when you get the chance?
Yeah. That's all good.
Rogie. Jenko. Excuse my throat. Double reset for no reason there, Jenko. In the middle of the field, just flopping around, showing off a bit of mech. Still a goal behind. Jenko will meet Monster here. Gets it over the top of him. Jenko again. Potato and Jenko, they're raffling it. I think Jenko wanted Potato to go there. He's got no boost. Potato doesn't push up and intercept the pass here from Jenko either. Jenko takes the corner, boost, and rotates out. 40 seconds remaining. Speedrun looking pretty good at the moment. They're a dangerous duo. Monster and Dementor play together very often, know each other's play styles very well. They're loving the opportunity at long last to be teammates in crew battles. Monster can't get around it. It never looked likely, did it? It never looked like he had the angle.
So close, though.
It was. I'll let you give my voice a rest if you don't mind, Rosh. I'm about to cough up my lungs.
Absolutely. Get yourself a drink of water. So, Speedrun in the lead. Can Jenko get this final goal? Oh, can they get it? Oh, so close. A great Hail Mary attempt by Kung Fu Punda there, but Speedrun their way through this victory. On to game 2.
Speedrun looking good. They've carried on where they left off in the 3s, haven't they?
Yes.
Tight game. Still only 1-goal games, aren't they? Other than that last game of the 3s, everything has been very tight. 100% plat play. Welcome, Shano. What are we talking about? What was a plat play?
Grand Plat, I'm sure he meant.
Speedrun would be the losing all games with first team out. I think that was the intention of the name. I think they were kind of trolling themselves. They're not doing a good job of it, obviously, so far. They're looking the goods to send us into a dead rubber 1v1 at the moment. Kung Fu Panda have a couple of pieces to put together to effect a win here, trailing by a game in the 2s after dropping the 3s in the 3rd. Dementor Man rocking one of the mightiest titles in the game, the Season 8 Dunk Master himself. Badge of honor, that, Rosh, for those that have one.
I'm sure there are many envious of that title, that's for sure. He's just a threat on the battlefield with that title.
Yeah, just like the RNG champ one. Has people quaking in their boots before the first kickoff. Jenko. He's going to get a good controlling touch here. You can see both players from Speedrun were ahead of the ball. Jenko had all the boost and he makes it work. Has the whole field to play with. Makes it count, doesn't he? Beautiful play from Jenko. You give the man a bit of space and he takes them all.
That's for sure. Jenko knew exactly what he was doing there. 8 seconds in, first goal down. Oh, is that a second?
Gets a bump on Monsters. I don't think he knew anything about it. He'll take the boost, gets a bump on Dementor. Jenko meets him. PotatoSlayz a little bit too far back on the play. He'll be forced to defend now. Gets a nice little touch though. Should have plenty of boosts. Nice shot on target. Dementor Man full of boosts. He's not only as far as Jenko. Jenko will turn and swat this on target. PotatoSlayz has saved it. I'm not sure if Monster was in a position to get it. PotatoSlayz has actually done the work for Speedrun there. I think they were in all kinds of trouble. And they will have to work it out again. Dangerous ball from Dementor. Monster will be there. Potato needs to affect it. He does. Dementor is there. Jenko is there. Desperate lunge from Jenko. They survive a really dangerous attack from Speedrun. Jenko just goes the musty. Sends it on target, but misses out. And the touch coming out of the forward line there. The boys from Speedrun push this straight through the Kung Fu Punda team. They will reload from the defensive half. Jenko to challenge. Monster does well. Clears it out wide. Potato also jumped. Jenko will take the boost. This is the same play we saw from the start. Doesn't get the first touch. He did from that first play in game number 2, though. Doesn't work out for them. PotatoSlayz takes out Monster. Dementor Man passing to nobody here. As Jenko takes the boost, he'll have a third go at it. This time it looks a lot better. Monster, he's going to challenge. Oh, does well. Cuts off the angle. I think Jenko saw the challenge. Went for the double in the end. And Monster all over it. And Jenko will get back to this. Gee, it's a high-octane start to game number 2, isn't it, Rosh?
Yep, they're really going hard for this one. I think they're moving a bit too fast just to keep everyone else on the back foot. PotatoSlayz pushing up to the field. Monster, though, in defense. Great returning play by Monster. Let's see if he can bring it forward, but Jenko will not let him have his way. Dementor, slightly off target. Nice catch by Jenko, moving up the side. Well, Dementor bumping Jenko back into outer space. PotatoSlayz pushing up the wall. Can he get a pass off? No. Monster pushing the ball into the midfield. Jenko picking it up, hitting it high, keeping it a bit awkward, and he is there to score that double tap. All part of the plan. What do you say, Riz?
Yeah, I think that's a beautiful ball in from Jenko. He got around that nicely, didn't he? Almost just went in off the first touch as well. It put the defense into a really awkward position. I don't think they were expecting such a powerful high ball from where Jenko was. And they found their second. Well, we've talked about it all series long. They've been the first half specialists. They've been catastrophic in the second half of these games. They lead by 2. A good advantage to have at the halfway point. No goals on the board for Speedrun, but they will need to remain composed. They're trying to do as much damage as they can in the first half, anticipating the falling apart in the second. They find their third, looking good early.
That fake really threw them.
Yeah, you're really out of options there, aren't you? When you see the ball coming in like that, you've really got to challenge expecting the touch. You're in all sorts of trouble when it doesn't come.
Monster here picking up the ball, trying to get his team back onto the scoreboard. Dementor going up high. Jenko has an answer to everything that's happening, as well as Potato. Jenko going off the side into his corner, grabbing the full boost. 100 boost and a flip reset into a musty. Off the back, can he do it? No, Monster will not allow that to happen.
How many times has Jenko been allowed to set up from that back corner? That's that same back corner every single time. That's at least the 4th time in this one game. Here he goes again. I think he missed out on that boost, though. It's going to slow him down momentarily. He's going to get a challenge on Dementor here as well. He's just bullying his way down the field. Oh, Jenko will look for a redirect here, will he? He went for the pre-flip. Redirect. It was an interesting choice. Almost effective. Nonetheless, good ball from Potato. He seems to have pretty fancy footwork, doesn't he, Potato? He seems to be able to get around at least one player. We saw it earlier in the game where he found his way around Monster but had no boost to get around the second player. Still a handy 3-goal lead for Kung Fu Punda. They haven't reached into their back pocket and found the throw yet. Still plenty of time left.
PotatoSlayz
coming in.
Pushing it out into the midfield. Not at all. Monster able to intercept. Back into the mid. Speedrun really need to find their feet. 1 minute left.
Yeah,
it's still possible, Riz.
He's all over the field, Jenko, at that moment, isn't he? Seems to be involved in every single passage of play. Every single challenge has Jenko's name all over it at the moment. He wants to send this to game number 3. He knows how important this is to take the 2s and give his team the best chance of actually winning the crew battle in the 1s. He's going to take to the air here. If he doesn't score from it, it's at least going to waste some time. He had the flip. Did he not have the flip? He would have used it surely if he did. Still 30 seconds remaining. There's 3 goals. Still the deficit. Monster not expecting the 50 to go back onto that side of the field. Had to work around it. It's going to be difficult from here. You feel like game number 2 is going in favor of Kung Fu Punda. It's been a dominant display in game number 2 as well. And it's Speedrun all of a sudden that will need to figure things out heading into game number 3. 10 seconds remaining. Potato over the top of Dementor here. Gets a nice tranche. It's going to be a goal. Again, we see the fake from Potato. Dementor has to respect the touch, but Potato ends up just getting a soft one. That's a beautiful touch in the end. Ends up following it up as well.
Wild. That shot by PotatoSlayz. Incredible.
Finds the first goal. What an amazing piece of momentum they have going into game number 3 here as well. 4 goals on the board. Potato looking good. Jenko looking amazing. And no score from Speedrun. Dementor Man and Monster unable to find the opening once in that second game. And they will have their backs to the wall heading into the third. What have they got in store for us in game number 3? Will we be throwing Wizard of Oz and Punda into the 1s with the whole crew battle on the line? You know what that feels like, Rosh. It's a horrible feeling. In a way, you sort of want your team to lose so you can go into that 1s with a bit of breathing room.
It's a lot of pressure. It's definitely a lot of pressure. But I'm sure that they can handle it.
Wizard of Oz has left the game, possibly to get a bit of training done. He knows what's required. In 5 minutes' time, one way or another, he will take to the field in what is one of the most awful things you can possibly do in video gaming. He will 1v1 in front of an audience. Will his team have the crew battle resting on it? We'll wait and see. PotatoSlayz with a poor challenge there. Jenko should get there in time to beat Dementor Man, and he does. He'll take the boost. Monster will send it back in, but he's got no boost. The middle doesn't spawn either. But PotatoSlayz has given the ball back to Speedrun for the time being. Monster leaves the boost for Dementor Man. Good play there from Monster. I think we must have plenty left in the tank, and draws a challenge against Jenko. Jenko in his corner, as you rightly called it last game. Down as far as Potato. First goal important here, Rosh.
Absolutely. But after the happenings of the last match, I'm sure that Speedrun will not allow that to happen again. They have a great push here with Dementor Man trying to get it past, but PotatoSlayz spewing it out to the mid, straight to Jenko. Scoring this.
What, we've seen a huge lift from Potato, haven't we? He has been instrumental in this contest over the past game and a half. Standing from him, picks out Jenko in the midfield. Like you say, first goal on the board for Kung Fu Punda, really important goal.
Jenko getting the advantage on the kickoff. PotatoSlayz ready to go. He's got it passed into Dementor. Dementor on his own. Jenko going off to the wall. Dementor the pass back into Monster.
Oof.
It is shot into safety. Their corner is a good place to put the ball. And now Dementor's got a clear run. If he can get past Jenko, they might still be in this game, but Jenko has the answer. Riz?
Yeah, Jenko, the way he's shaped up in defense there. He is a one's main is the Jenko. Really shaped up well in defense there. Very capable defender as you have to be to reach the highest levels in one. He's actually been an SSL in ones before, Jenko, for those that didn't know. Used to main that game mode pretty hard. Must have a pretty strong mental to do so. It's pretty tough out there in the 1v1 environment. Monster rotating in. We really haven't seen them strike a blow. I know it's obvious when they didn't score a goal in game number 2, but we haven't seen a lot to write home about in offense from Monster and Dementor Man over the past 5 to 10 minutes. A Rocket League, good save off the backboard there from Dementor. PotatoSlayz rotates in. They're just getting starved of opportunity, aren't they? There's a real chokehold in attack at the moment coming in from Kung Fu Punda. Monster manages to keep this one at bay. Desperate attempt. It would have been dire straits if it had gone in. Dementor will meet Potato in the midfield. Jenko is there. Swats one on target. Both defenders are back. Both defenders commit. But Monster will follow it into the corner with PotatoSlayz and only as far as Dementor.
With 0 boost, Jenko is putting his life on the line, saving all that goal there. Dementor able to push it out into the other side of the field. PotatoSlayz off the wall, passing it back to himself. He does get the advantage on the 50, but Dementor is there looking for a double, but not enough boost to continue the play. Potato off to the side. Monster ready to challenge, keeping it awkward, keeping it out of Speedrun's net. Kung Fu Punda trying their best to hang another goal to secure their lead. It's a bit of to and fro at this point, Riz, but don't you think Speedrun have a good chance of equalizing and even taking the win?
I just don't see where their next goal's coming from, honestly. You see Monster now, he's got no boost. Jenko's there. Well done by Monster to find a good position. You just can't see where it's coming from. They're just not generating any meaningful opportunities. They just seem to be hanging on in defense. PotatoSlayz has other ideas. Oh, he's really making it count here. He has been a massive difference in this match.
Look at that
over the past couple of games. Outstanding from him. Just a complete chokehold on Speedrun at the moment. Monster and Dementor, they have no answers. They're putting no threat on the opponent's goal. This is probably a good opportunity here. Dementor Man's not there with boost though. He's backed off. There's only 80 seconds remaining. Starved opportunity. They're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive here. I'm not sure if they need to start going down the route of bumps to try and open things up a little bit, but they need to be able to transition and have meaningful chance. Jenko is going to swat that one away. Dementor Man will take the boost. It's a good chance for them here. They really need to do something with this one. Monster gets a poor touch though, only as far as Dementor. Cuts it in board, but it's going to go straight to Kung Fu Punda, who will reload. Just isn't working for them, is it, Rosh? Speedrun just aren't able to get anything going. The wheels just aren't in motion to get the ball into attack. They're just constantly defending.
Yeah, PotatoSlayz and Jenko are really putting the pressure on. They're not letting them breathe. A chokehold, as you've said. That's very accurate. That's very, very accurate.
Multiple times. Oh, here comes Dementor. Oh, he can't get it in because Jenko is just waiting on the goal line, wasting time. Dots up, bang, goal, no! Jenko's in the way. Of course he is. It's probably the best chance they've had, and there was a defender, flat stick, right in the way of where the ball was going. Dementor man gets a poor first touch and there's no boost to chase it. It's going to be game. We're going to head to the ones. Wizard of Oz will be forced to sort things out for his team as they fell apart late in the twos. They won game number 1 in a flurry. I think there was quite a few goals in it in the end, but was there only one? There might have only been one, but they've lost games 2 and 3 with substance here. I think it's been 3-0 both times. Must be 4-0 in game number 2. They're giving Wizard of Oz all the responsibility now to sort things out in the ones.
All the pressure on that one event. Let's see. Let's see how he does. But it does go both ways. It goes both ways. In the twos, Kung Fu Punda kept their team, their Jenko and Potato kept Kung Fu Punda in the game. Crew battle is not over just yet.
Really impressive performance from PotatoSlayz. I know I keep saying it. We know what we're going to get from Jenko. Has hit SSL in ones before. We know he is going to be a powerhouse, but PotatoSlayz played the enabler there, didn't he? And did plenty of damage himself. Looked ever threatening in games number 2 and 3. And it will be Wiz up against Punda to settle things here. I think this is possibly, although possibly not. No, I think Breezy just ran one where the ones was played last and it was the decider, right? I think Breezy was the first one to host one. This is possibly the second one where we will see everything settled in the ones. Wizard of Oz and Punda once again face off. Who have you got your money on, Rosh? Have you seen enough of these guys to know?
I've seen not enough at all. Apologies.
That's a fair response. GG's, Dementor. GG's. They had a real stranglehold on you guys there at the latter half of that 2 series, didn't they?
To be fair to you, Dementor, they really strung you. You guys did your best. And there were times where we thought that you'd pull through. But they were relentless. Punt.
Just couldn't make any shots. Yeah.
Punda getting that first goal.
Yeah, we called that, especially as the games 2 and 3 went on, just difficult to make meaningful opportunities. Oh, Wizard of Oz misses out. Luckily, it just bounces it off the post. That's a very fortunate kickoff from Wizard of Oz, because I feel like if that ball had come out off the post, he was in all sorts of trouble.
Oh yeah, he pre-flipped for it and everything.
Pretty much in the opposition net with 0 boost there. Lucky it did just go in kindly for him. The equaliser on the board for Wiz, courtesy of the kickoff. Of course, it is. It wouldn't be ones without it, Rosh. It's a beautiful thing. Wizard of Oz. He just has no other gears other than fifth, doesn't he? He just goes and goes and goes. He commits hard to every single challenge. It's all or nothing every single time. This time, he finds the opening. He finds his second in a row. It's a beautiful shot in the end from Wiz. Credit where it's due. A good early start from Punda, but he's been well met by Wiz. It's a pretty high scoring start to the first game here.
30 seconds in. But Wiz is not allowing Punda to recover on that goal. A great demo. This should give Punda a really good opportunity. Wiz is back. 30 boosts to his name. Let's see what Punda can do to get around him. A nice pop off the top, but can he recover to this ball and get it into his net? Wiz. Wiz faked out by Punda. Punda with the outplay. Very, very intelligent playmaking here. Riz?
It's the worst feeling in the world. I'm sorry to laugh, Wiz. I feel like Wiz is also laughing. That's why I feel comfortable laughing. It's horrible when you get faked like that. Well done by Punda. It was an interesting little play there. I don't think much of it was intentional until the final move. But it was good enough to catch Wiz off guard. Wiz again, the kickoff advantage. It's the third kickoff advantage for Wiz. He's been able to capitalise on every single one. He opens up that 1-goal lead again. It's something that Punda's really going to have to take control of soon. Because Wizard of Oz just doing too much damage with those kickoffs, Rosh.
Punda's definitely going to have to change it up. He's going to have to adapt. As many do with the kickoff game. Although Punda does have advantage here, Wiz trying his best to keep the ball out of his half and getting a clean demo. Full boost in the tank. Hits it just off center. off the opponent's corner into the mid. That might be punishable. Yes, and Punda is there to punish it, but Wiz with the recovery straight back into his corner. Ice in his veins, I think. A little bit high by Punda. Riz?
Yeah, there's a bit of nerves here, isn't there? There's a couple of you could safely call them open net chances for both players over the last 30 seconds or so that have gone begging. It was a real high scoring opening to this match, but it's quietened down a lot. Punda looks good. He just looks to be a little bit nervous. He looks to have the game style to take to Wiz. There's going to be a lot of opportunities where Wiz just commits hard. We've talked about it multiple times. He's got to wait for those opportunities. Trust in your ball control. Wiz has given the ball back to Punda here. It's an awkward exchange between the two players in the midfield here. Punda trying to walk it around, does well, does Wiz. Ends up missing out on the boost. That'll be disappointing for him, as he's in the midfield with none. Punda with the full boost advantage here. He's going to take that corner as well. Punda didn't quite play that one as well as he would have liked. He ends up conceding, gets a poor touch, and then concedes the boost as well. Wizard of Oz takes his fourth. He's got a 2-goal lead, looking comfortable all of a sudden.
Absolutely. I think that he just gave Wiz a bit too much time, but when the opposition is that close to you, you don't know how, and you're not counting how much boost they have. It's definitely a scary predicament that Punda was in. 2 goals down. Punda is looking pretty safe here. That demo is going to do wonders for him. Off the wall with 100 boost. Let's see if Punda can get himself a nice little ground pinch. But Wiz has the answer. Has the answer to Punda's question, but he does miss out on the open net. Punda, can he punish it? Drive it down. Drive it downfield. No problem, Riz. And a goal. A goal for Punda. Just walking it straight down the field. I'm sure Wiz isn't feeling too great about that, but that does put Punda only at a 1-goal disadvantage. 2 minutes left on the clock. Wiz is crab champion. I believe it, Remnant.
Wiz is crab champion. Roger that.
Take it away,
the crab game? I think I've seen Wiz on the crab game a fair bit. Is that what we're talking about here? Wiz gets around this one. Another little awkward touch in front of net from Punda. He really needs to walk those ones to safety in some way. He just ends up hitting it straight into Wiz. It was a good ball from Wiz as well to set himself up. Puts into the perfect position. Looks comfortable there. He slots home his 5th. Punda doesn't look outmatched, does he? Mechanically or tactically. It's just the small moments that he's missing out on here. A few small mistakes at critical times. Just opening the door for Wiz. That's just a good play from Wiz, though. Finds his 6th and all of a sudden looks really comfortable.
I think you're right. Punda's definitely not outmatched. It must be nerves that are coming into play, because the start of the match was a lot closer. And in ones, regardless of the goal deficit, there's always an opportunity to come back. If Punda can hold his nerve, I think he's got a really good shot at bringing it back from Wiz. Crab champion or not?
Right. Crab champion. Yeah, he's also rocking the mighty RNG Season 8 Crab champion banner, as discussed earlier. Credit where it's due. Actual titan of the game. He's rocking that logo on your Wiz. Love to see it.
Monster on the field. With sheer intimidation on his side.
Still just discussing this sub thing. Sorry, mate.
Yep, no problem. So on the kickoff, Wiz is able to control the kickoff, but he isn't able to find that net. But Punda, on the other hand, able to punish Wiz. 3-goal deficit, one minute remaining. Wiz is having a really good run of Rocket League tonight, in my opinion. 1 minute on the clock.
With the Riz. Yes, sir. Yeah, he's looking good. 7 goals on the board. Looks like it could be enough to get the job done here. He's got another kickoff win. I'll tell you what, that's probably his 4th or 5th kickoff goal.
That's right.
Of the game.
Punda needs to change his strategy.
Dominant. Yeah, I'm not sure. Even just a delay, just to mix things up a little bit. He needs to start getting those going his own way. Start making Wizard question the way he's handling the kickoffs. Punda goes for the boost, leaves the ball in the midfield. Wizard of Oz will take it into his back corner. A 4-goal advantage and ball control in the final minute. Looks pretty handy for Wizard of Oz at this stage. Punda avoids the demo. We'll shoot this one. I think he might have missed it wide. Wizard of Oz will be up regardless. He gets the shot credited to him. Wiz gets the save. Maybe I was wrong about it being wide, but another 20 seconds elapses. 4 goals, still the margin. Punda moving quick now. He's running out of time. He finds the opening. Nice controlling touch and gets it past Wiz, and he's back alive. But I'll tell you what, Rosh, he's going to want to do something about these kickoffs in a hurry.
Absolutely, Riz. That goal has put him back on the board. 30 seconds remaining. Let's have a look at what Punda's kickoff will do. Unfortunately, Wiz is able to take advantage of it this time around, but he is backing off. And the challenge...
Oh, it's devastating for Wiz. What's Punda got in the tank? Does he have any boost? He doesn't. You can tell he doesn't. He's got nothing coming out the back end of his car, Rosh. That's a pretty good sign. He's got no boost. He's 3 goals down. He's going to run out of time. 5, 8 with the score into the final 10 seconds. Wizard of Oz has done enough here in game number 1. It got tight near the end there, didn't it?
It really did look like he was going to bring it back.
Like we've said multiple times, I think the kickoff advantage to Wiz is going to be a big difference here, unless Punda can figure it out real quick.
Yep. And it's not easy to do. You have to be fair. Being fair to Punda, there's a lot of pressure on this match, and he's definitely feeling it, as well as Wiz. So, under these kind of circumstances, it makes a lot of sense. Maybe in game 2, we'll be able to see Punda's answer to Wiz's kickoffs.
All right, here we go into game 2. Excuse me, I'm sort of managing a few DMs and things in the background while we try and lock in, which is reasonable, lock in the replacement for Turpos.
And here we are. Game 2. Just a Wiz representing Kung Fu Punda. Well, my mistake. It's Just a Wiz representing Speedrun. And Punda representing Kung Fu Punda. Finding his first goal. He does look strong in the early game. So in game 1, he did lead. It looks like he's got his kickoffs under control. Wiz might be on the back foot here. We'll see how it plays out. 6 seconds in. Punda's kickoffs
nice.
looking very nice. And a kickoff goal to Punda. Riz.
What a difference it makes, doesn't it, when you get your kickoff engine working?
Yes.
Wizard of Oz, his has fallen apart. Punda's found the first 2 goals of the game. It looks really comfortable. He's made the most of all of his opportunities, hasn't he, Punda? He has a very cool, calm and collective attitude towards the game. Doesn't seem out of place in ones at all. And once he's got this kickoff sorted, look, he's having the advantage here. That's a good touch from Wiz. I don't know if Punda will get there. Oh, he does! He's managed to keep it out! Oh, but it's fallen straight to Wiz. Oh, I didn't think he was going to get there. It's a great touch in from Wiz.
I got a bit excited there myself.
Oh, I tell you what, there wasn't much else Punda could do, really.
No.
The only angle he had available was into his post, and he was at the mercy of the bounce from that point on. Wizard of Oz finds his first. Well-deserved as well. There's a great shot. Punda will take control of this from the kickoff. Great flick over the top as well will force Wiz into retreat. Actually open net as Punda has sent wide. Really difficult chance to take. But he's been eliminated, and Wizard of Oz will work off pads here. Will not give up the ball to Punda. The right move to make there. He could have possibly walked away for that corner boost there. He's low now. Punda is full. Punda needs to keep his cool here. He's got the boost advantage. He has the ball. Wizard of Oz will challenge. Of course he does, because it's Wizard of Oz. It's sent wide from Punda, though. Wizard of Oz will look to reload. Punda races him for the boost. Misses out. Wizard of Oz feeds him the ball, though. Punda manages to avoid the demo with a well-timed flip through the midfield. I always wondered why people did that, and now I know. There you go. The flip through the midfield is to avoid the incoming demo. Punda with a dangerous jump off the back. Well, Wizard of Oz fires away and misses. Wizard of Oz looks threatening here, doesn't he, Rosh? Just can't seem to find the opening.
I think the pressure on its own will work out, so long as Wiz continues in not putting himself too out of position. That pressure might be able to get through Punda on a mental level, which will open up some goals for Wiz. And can he collect on this demo? Ooh. Sending it up high into the corner, Riz.
He just eliminates Punda a couple of times. Oh, he's found it. Oh, he's found it somehow. He gets it into the back of the net. I'm not sure how that worked out for him here. He took Punda out twice. Punda clearly disorientated on spawn, gets the bump on Wiz on the turn, and sends him directly into the line of the ball. And Wizard of Oz has managed to find the opening to equalize. A big kickoff this, Punda, with the early advantage in kickoffs. It's going to be a one-shot chance for Punda. He misses out. Doesn't end up flipping into the ball. Doesn't commit himself to the chance. Wizard of Oz all in once again. Of course he is. Met by Punda here. Punda has a little bit of boost in the tank. Wizard of Oz is low. Real interesting exchange between the two players here. That corner boost is available. It's actually Wiz that gets it. Oh, Punda misses out on the ball as well. The awkward exchange continues, if not got awkwarder, of all things. But it's still kind of awkward as Wizard of Oz captures it. Punda's driving around in the weirdest boost pad circle you could imagine. And Wizard of Oz will look to control. Can't manage to do so. Gee, the players have really turned interesting over the past 30 seconds, Rosh.
That's exactly right. Lemonade indeed, Breezy. Lemonade indeed. Speaking of, Wiz able to score another great goal off the read. He was in a really good spot here. I think Punda did not have a lot of options, and Wiz just capitalized on that.
It was a disappointing passage of play from both players, you could argue there. Wizard of Oz ended up scoring the third. Gets the lead. He's found 3 in a row. Wizard of Oz, another good kickoff here. It's his first big kickoff win of the game. Can't quite bring it around, though, to score the goal. Punda will look for the mid-boost, but Wizard of Oz should get back in time. He does. We'll look to reload again. There is Wizard of Oz, who will challenge. It's going to be off the back wall. It's going to be difficult for him to convert. He actually misses out. Open net for Punda. He misses out as well. He panicked a little bit on that one. He knew he only had a small window of opportunity. Wizard of Oz was coming back. It's a dangerous lunge off the wall in follow. Wizard of Oz has no boost. Punda takes the mid. He takes a slow turnaround, though. That's going to be a goal to Wiz. That will bounce kindly for him, and he will have no trouble slotting his fourth. It just seems the nerves have got the better of Punda, here in the final moments of this game. Rosh, penny for your thoughts.
Wiz is capitalizing on a lot of bumping plays, which is a pretty smart move on Wiz's part. Punda trying his best to avoid it, trying his best to hold on, and another bump from Wiz, just a nudge while he passes by. Will Punda be able to punish Wiz?
Isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, he's missed. I think he's missed.
No, Wiz had Wiz had a really nice touch here on the backspin.
Yeah, he's caught Punda out there, hasn't he? He's gone all in though, Punda. He doesn't really need to. He was 2 goals down, still a minute and a half remaining at the time. He's gone all in on the goal line. Even a challenge there was probably not going to be a goal. He's been a cool, calm customer, and he's looked so much better when he has, but he's just panicking a little bit near the end of this one. Great shot from Wiz. A kind bounce, you must say. Punda took the long turn back into the corner. He took the boost, but I think he turned... No, he didn't turn right. He actually turned left. It still wasn't quick enough to effect a save. Wizard of Oz just stands strong, knows where the ball's heading, and scores his 6th. That looks ugly for Punda at the moment, but it hasn't been that way, has it? It's been a really tight encounter between the two players.
Absolutely, Riz. Absolutely. I think that Punda really brought it back. He kept himself together for a majority of this game, but just with like some small outplays by Wiz, he's able to take another goal. Wiz really taking his time, just waiting for Punda to make a slight mistake and then pushing the ball around him. Riz?
Really visible frustration from Punda there. That moment where you just stop your car dead. The ball is in the back of your net for the 7th time in a row. He's not happy with the way things have gone, especially over probably the last 2.5 minutes. It's been the Kung Fu Punda way, really, hasn't it, this series? Oh, yeah. The last half of the game just hasn't gone their way. Punda looks like he's going to really struggle here to get over Wiz. Wiz should sweep this, albeit for a catastrophic failure in the last 40 seconds here. Divine Monster, am I right in thinking the speedrun name was supposed to be in reference to you speedrunning your way out of the tournament on the lower half, right? I'm sure that's how I interpreted it when you announce that was your team name. Certainly not going that way. You've done yourselves a disservice there.
There's your
Looks like
confirmation.
you were going to take the first crew battle, and you've done it well. Well done by Wizard of Oz. He's really kept his cool here. He's always looked to be a reasonably shaky player in ones. He's come up against a cool customer here in Punda, and he's found a way to dismantle him. He's going to win in a sweep. He's done really well, actually, I must say, in both of the games, in the second half of both games. And it is Speedrun, Monster, Dementor, and Wizard of Oz. They've had to fight like hell to get it done. But they have done just that. They will advance into the 1 and O group. I know the bracket doesn't really look like groups these days, but it still works the same way. That's how it's done, says Kadachi. We do have another game coming straight up, by the way. We have the what is it? Unmechanical Swines up against the MakeAWHIFF Foundation. MakeAWHIFF Foundation, one of the better names for sure this time around. We have another game straight away. We've seen a please no to one of the requests for players. Yeah, Roger that. I'm not gonna say it out loud.
No.
Oh my goodness me, the things I get a giggle out of. Yep. All right. Well, we're gonna bring in Apples. He's literally offline right now, but he did say that he will play. I'll bring him into this.
Okay, so we've got some time before the next game lines up. So what we'll do is we'll just organize the team name.
Should we Can we have a 5-minute timer? Is that a thing, Ross?
Yep,
Can we do
absolutely.
that? Do we have the skills?
We
I
have
could
the
use
skills.
a refreshment and a toilet break if that's all right.
Okay, we'll see you all in 10 minutes. Game time, 9 p.m.
Yes, that sounds perfect. Thank you, Ross. I'll see you there on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Speedrun. We will see you for the Unmechanical Swines up against MakeAWHIFF Foundation in 10 minutos.
Welcome on back. Here we are. Thank you for thank you for coming, ladies, gentlemen, non-binary folk, as we wind up for our second match of the evening. Our Unmechanical Swines versus the MakeAWHIFF Foundation.
Yes, so we do have, we're missing Turpos. I think this is something we're going to have to get used to. From what we understand from Turpos, his availability is a little bit shaky. His internet is also a little bit shaky. I did mention it in the previous game that we will be chasing a, what do we call it, like a rotational position for him, or a secondary player to take his spot when he's not available. At the moment, we have got the mighty Apples on Anxiety, who will fill his boots for this particular match. So we will see Rink for the first time in crew battles, Schmeval and Spinglis, and we will see Apples, Vawzenn, and Frosty Goat. It will be Frosty versus Spinglis first up in the ones, and then we will be dictated by the teams as to what game mode we will head to next. Rosh, what are your thoughts, mate? Apple's a very, very strong player, but they're going to have their work cut out for them here against the likes of Rink, Schmeval, and Spinglis.
Absolutely. I think that we're in for a decent game. These guys are pretty well matched. I've seen plenty of Spingles matches, although Frosty Goat I have not seen. I think I'll defer to you on that one.
We've seen plenty of Frosty here. One of the founders, I believe, of the RZA stream. He does wear the purple badge of honor, if you could call it that, I suppose, on the RZA stream. He's been around for a long, long time. Very, safe to say, very similar to Wizard of Oz in a lot of ways. You don't know what you're going to get, and he would admit this himself. You don't know what you're going to get from Frosty Goat on any given day. He can perform like a GC or a Diamond 3, depending on exactly which side of the bed he got out of that morning. Let's see what we get. Both players just feeling each other out a little bit early. Frosty Goat's taking a wild jump off the wall. Very Wizard of Oz style, as I mentioned, that he takes a lunge off the wall as Spinglis waits down. We've got to translate a couple of times. There's a beautiful flick from Spinglis. He's going to score the first goal. Nice little cut in board from Sping. Gets a nice little flick over the top of Frosty. Frosty acknowledges it with a nice shot, excuse me. And Spinglis will take the first.
Great cut in by Spinglis. Going into the second game in our one series tonight. I think they really are just feeling each other out. If Frosty Goat is as all in as you say, I'm sure that we're in for some good plays. Spingles taking the initiative on this push back into his corner. Intelligent move onto the backboard. Let's see if he can collect it. Moving it outfield. Frosty has a great opportunity here, but pushing it to the sidewall as well. Can he collect it first? Great challenge going into the mid. RZA.
Gee, he looks aggressive early, doesn't he, Sping? He's just going full speed for everything here. Frosty having to lunge across his own goal there to keep this one out. He should be able to take the corner boost and the ball here. Spinglis not mucking around. Frosty Goat. He's going to get a direct challenge from Sping. no fake challenges today. Straight into it. And there he goes again. He's disappeared this time. Frosty Goat walks it around the back of him. And gee, the writing's on the wall for what to expect here. Direct line challenging from Sping. And the equalizer moments later from Frosty Goat. MakeAWHIFF Foundation bite back to the early lead from the Pell. Penetrator, still one of the finest names in Rocket League, no doubt.
We've even got Kadachi in the chat. That's my boy, he says.
Yeah, Kadachi and Frosty, part of the Goat Clan, Goat Clan, of course. Kadachi Goat and the Frosty Goat. They have a pretty mighty Discord over there, full of plenty of the Goat members. There's Frosty getting a little bump, receiving a little bump, I should say. He takes a dangerous touch off the ball. Spinglis open net, just needs to control it. Doesn't really the first time, but will get it the second time and walks it in to the opening. Finds the lead once again. Looks like it's going to be an interesting encounter between the two players, evenly matched here. Frosty Goat probably needs to tone down a little bit the mechanical plays off the wall. We've seen Sping take advantage of that a couple of times already.
Absolutely. But he's not out just yet. The all-in plays might not be as effective, but you never know. You never know. Frosty has a really good opportunity for a goal here. Spingle's booming it into his backboard. And an open net. Does he find it? Yes, punishing Frosty right at the last second.
Yeah,
Great
Frosty.
shot by Spingles. Very, very good that he hits it on target. He's coming into this game swinging, Riz.
Yeah, you can see the writing on the wall there. As soon as Frosty went for boost, he really needed to. It was going to be awkward, but he really needed to effect a touch on the ball there at some stage on retreat. He will take the corner. He needs to be patient here, Frosty. I think the way Spinglis has started this game, I don't think he's going to change his playstyle. I think he's only got the one speed at the moment. And Frosty, if he remains patient and keeps himself in good position, he will find plenty of opportunities to score. And there's another one. You see Spinglis just moving at full speed, smashes the ball off the wall, straight into the line of Frosty. Frosty waits down and scores as Penetrator comes flying in once again. It's hard not to say Penetrator when that is the name on the screen, isn't it? You try and say Spinglis. I'm not sure what he wants to go by. I'm sure he doesn't mind either. But for those at home, I'm not sure. I suppose you got both names on the screen as well, to some degree.
So
Full of goats. Yes, sir.
all
Sorry,
of the
Rush.
goats. No need to be sorry. Frosty Goat coming in for the cut, but Penetrator or Spingles, whichever you prefer, coming in. Nice shadow defense of Spingles, but Frosty Goat moving too fast. The all-in play, all or nothing Hail Mary attempt into the net, Riz.
Yeah, really good speed from Frosty there. Pell got himself all tied up, didn't he? He was sort of just facing his post in the end, and Frosty just came straight in, slams over top. It's interesting that I've noticed Frosty was a Dingo main since the car came out. I think it's an absolute piece of trash car. Frosty seemed to really like it. He's gone away from it. He's backed into the Fennec. It's a big brain move. Will it pay off for him, Cotton?
I'm not sure about that hot take on the Dingo, but a Fennec is definitely more of a meta car to say that. Oh, he's trying to look for the angle. That's a very close one.
You a fan of the Dingo? Actual poor man's Fennec right there. I can't believe you're endorsing it. It's a trash car.
Look, we make do with what we got, all right? Don't judge us. We're trying our best.
Fancy. Gex, welcome. Actually, Gex, while you're here, do you go by Gex or Jex? It must be Gex, right? Is it Gex? Must be Gex. Gex doesn't sound right.
Dingo,
Let me know.
dingus, pingus.
I know you can't actually talk to me. So, is it 1 for Gex or 2 for Jex? Hard G. Jex, not Jex. Hard G, yes, not Jex. Wait, Gex?
It's Gex, bro.
Gex. It's Gex.
Gex.
The first one. Copy that. Yeah, I read his comment. It didn't really clear things up for me, but I'm a bit of a stupid. Anyway, 3 apiece. There's not much separating them here. It's a good contest.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm getting caught up in the
Wrapped
chat.
up on G and
Trying to
J.
figure things out. Both players. There's nothing in this, is there? Oh, it's a good chance for Spinglis. Frosty dives in, does well. Spinglis had plenty of boost to accelerate that one on target as well. Oh, geez, Frosty. No, not like this, Frosty. Penetrator. Oh, he's done well to interject. Gee, I thought he was going to concede another goal. It would have been 2 or 3 goals in the game that he conceded going off the wall for an aerial. Frosty dunks over the top of Sping. Are we going to OT? The demo would have been catastrophic for Spinglis there. He misses out to Frosty. We're heading to OT. 3 apiece between the players. It's as even a matchup as we could have asked for, Rosh. Who have you got your money on?
To be fair, that's a really hard call. And every time you throw me this ball, it's a very hard call. So I think that I'm going to reverse Uno this one. Who do you think has the upper hand here?
I don't think you've ever actually answered the question when I've actually asked you. But I'm going to go. I'm going to go with Frosty. I think he looks possibly the better 1v1 player when he keeps his cool. Good challenge there from the Penetrator. He's going to send it wide for the boost. It's a good play. If he tried to cut it, he probably would have missed out on ball and boost there. Going to send it middle. Frosty's in an awkward position. Penetrator doesn't go for the demo. He just goes to shot. Frosty gave him the ball.
Good positioning by Pell, though. Great positioning by Pell just to punish Frosty on the line.
Yeah, well done. Frosty gives that one up. It was well played by Pell. I think that whole last passage of play was really good. How he took the ball out wide, went for the boost, kept control of things, and forced the error out of Frosty in the end. It's always tempting to try and make that one shot, that one-touch shot, isn't it? Especially in the dying stages when you know it's going to be the difference in the game.
Absolutely.
But he keeps his cool and he takes the win. The Unmechanical Swines take game number 1 of the ones, but Frosty Goat certainly not out of this contest. I liked what we saw from Frosty, especially as we moved into the second half of that ones match.
Well, game two, we're waiting on Schmeval. Oh. Game 2 is looking pretty good. It's a very even matchup. So it's, you know, Frosty Goat might still run away with this.
Yes, sir. Schmeval's. That's right. Schmeval went to cook dinner. That's right. I remember. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. We've got the full length replays and the full length between match wait times here, courtesy of Schmeval. Hopefully, he cooks himself up a delicious, succulent meal to make it worthwhile. Welcome, Puma, to the stream. First time I've seen your name pop up. Oh, we've got a bleb bleb boost. Is that new? Did we have that last time? I don't remember hearing that last time. Not a boost. It's a car engine sound. Sorry.
Bleb 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 bleb. I didn't notice it last time.
Classic. Succulent. What is my crime? Yeah, Wizard of Oz knows. GG's as well, Wiz, in the previous game. Solid win under your belt there to start things off in Crew Battles Chapter 5. It's an absolutely stacked chapter indeed.
Yeah, great plays, Wiz.
On the board early.
Great to watch.
Oh, that's a good challenge from Frosty in the end. Spinglis got plenty on it, but it's gone straight into his net. Really dangerous way to challenge as well. It's never going to work out from that position for Spinglis. I don't know what he envisioned the result to be there, but Frosty Goat was all over. He's actually got the goat on the banner as well, Frosty. I just noticed for the first time. He's got the full package, the full goat package on show here, Rosh. It's good to see.
Unfortunately, as a lowly Epic user, I'm unable to appreciate that, but Pell coming in with a great goal on Frosty. Off the wall, into this side, going on the far post. Frosty cutting in a little bit too sharp there. Getting outdone.
He just washed off all of his speed, didn't he, Frosty? He was in a good position, but he lost all of his momentum and wasn't able to regain any of it until the shot was already on his net. Good position here, though. Shot on target to be devastating here. Spinglis can't bring himself down. He ends up getting a touch. This is dangerous from Frosty. I've not liked the look of this every single time we've seen it. Spinglis will intercept. Frosty low on boost. The ball will bounce kindly for Sping. Surely open net goal. Spinglis scores his second. Frosty concedes again, going for Mech. Zorafak, how are you? Welcome to the stream.
Frosty's really doubling down on the mechanical play. Not working out though, unfortunately. He's only 1 goal down. Spinglis taking the lead with the punishing plays, and the kickoff goal for Frosty is going to get him to where he needs to go.
There must reach a point where you realise that the mechanics are costing you more than they're netting you. He looks so good on the ground, has Frosty. He's looked the better of the 2 players when they meet at ground level. He has conceded a few goals, or at least opportunities so far, to Sping. Jumping off the wall, you are fully committed in a ones match once you do so. Often not too bad in a 3s or 2s match. I think Frosty does play a lot of 3s. I would say, from what I understand about Frosty, 3s is his preferred game mode. He's going to score a goal here. And again, we see not a single jump in the entire passage of play from Frosty. He remains grounded, in set for the controlling touch against the wall to beat Sping there. And he finds his third. He's looking really solid when he meets Sping on the ground, Rosh. And he's taking all the chocolates when he does. That's not a good phrase. I knew it wouldn't be when I was actually winding up to say it, but I went with it anyway. He's taking all the chocolates, Rosh. What are you going to do about it?
I'm going to be jealous. That's for sure. So you're exactly right. I think if Spingles wants to take control of this match, he's going to have to get in front of Frosty Goat's ground plays. As you said yourself, his ground plays are looking very tight. Going into the air, he might be just doing that for a little bit of flair. Excellent flick straight into the back of the net. Frosty Goat putting the MakeAWHIFF Foundation in the lead by 2. Riz?
Yeah, I'm just reading Gex's comment. I've got to be careful because if I read Chalky Milk out loud, both my kids will come running into the room. Absolutely favourite of theirs. Strawberry Milk possibly slightly in front. Yeah, look, I don't know where I was going with that, Gex. So I'm glad the community's got something out of it, but that doesn't include Chalky Milk. He's still banking, cashing in the chocolates at the moment, though, Frosty.
Mers life's like a box of chocolates. Excellent reference and great save.
Frosty Goat looking a lot better here in game number 2, isn't he? Ever since that, ooh, is that just going to go in? That is.
I think so.
It's not going to go in.
No.
Smoosh into the back wall. he's looked so good, hasn't he, Frosty? I was going to say, looks so good since that aerial attempt in the forward half. He's going to concede. No, he does well. Gets in the way of this. Penetrator. As soon as Frosty remains grounded, remains calm, and keeps his car in good position, Penetrator's opportunities almost completely dry up. He's struggling to find his way through Frosty Goat at the moment. Oh, Frosty Goat with an early jump there. It was really dangerous. I don't think he's got much boost. It's a good play from Spinglis. Ends up popping it straight to Frosty. It's exactly what he wanted. And sends it wide. He'll take the boost. The ball's not going to land in a comfortable position for him to convert. Spinglis, oh, he's made it easy for Frosty, though. Frosty can get around it. Oh, he does, but it's a 50 high. It's going to be difficult to score again. He's going to take shot after shot, all looking the same. He finally gets Spinglis out of position. It's a long way home for Sping. And Frosty Goat reaches into the box of chocolates again and picks out a winner.
Really double downing on that box of chocolates statement, aren't you?
I'm committed now. I might as
You've
well.
committed. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. Riz will not back down. Just as Frosty won't on the goal line here, bumping Sping into the wall and securing himself another goal. 1 minute 48 on the clock, Riz.
Gee, it's dominant from Frosty at the moment, isn't it? He's switched up his play style. He really needed to as well. He's switched it up and he has looked the far stronger player in game number 2. Looking good to take us into a game number 3. And I've got to say, I don't feel like game number 3 will be comfortable by any means. It's a very tough environment. We discussed it a lot when we saw Wiz and Punda go head-to-head in our previous crew battle. Regardless of which end of the crew battle that's played, the 1v1 still counts just as much as any other game mode. Regardless of who's playing in it, it is a nerve-wracking affair with your entire team's chances to win the crew battle on the line at your fingertips, Rosh. It is an uncomfortable game mode at the best of times. Certainly not made easier being in this particular environment.
Could not agree more, Riz. Then again, I think, as you said, ones is always a nerve-wracking experience, but with all of that riding on the line, that's just an extra bit of pressure, which I'm sure, so long as it's not a clean sweep, I'm sure that one of these teams is going to be feeling that as this series progresses. Riz?
Jeez, Frosty's running rings around him at the moment, isn't he? He's timing his challenge as well. He's just grounded. I know I've said it over and over and over again. He is just grounded and he looks far more comfortable as a result. Kids are right. Strawberry milk all the way. Strawberry milk is good. If I had a choice, if I had a full tasting tray of flavored milks, I think spearmint milk would be the first one devoured by me. I think caramel would probably be the one that's left behind. If there was one left behind, I would still drink the damn thing.
Damn.
Don't you dare question the spearmint choice.
I didn't even know that existed. Wouldn't that be like drinking chewing gum?
Does that sound like a bad thing? What's wrong with that? You've never had spearmint milk, but that's insane.
I have not.
Surely it's not just a WA thing. These are the kind of things you find out. Isn't the internet a beautiful place? These are the kind of things you find out because of the internet.
Yeah, I don't think that is tricks, as you say in WA.
Can I prematurely cancel my sub? Oh my god. I thought we were friends. Wait a second, what's wrong with that? You don't like spearmint milk, Daniil? Surely. That's an actual L take right there, if that's the case.
10 seconds on the board here. Nice.
Riz brushes his teeth with toothpaste and gargles milk. Hold on a second. What is going on? Are you guys unaware of spearmint milk? Is that actually a thing?
Yeah, I've never heard of spearmint milk before. Never.
You went to the toilet. What happened, Fancy? It turns out that there's a whole bunch of uncultured members in the chat that have no idea what spearmint milk is. They seem to think that strawberry and chocolate are the superior milks, and they are in fact wrong by a long way. Spearmint milk is the S tier milk. Everything else at least 2 tiers behind.
I'm going to have to disagree. I'm going to put that on Z tier without ever tasting it. However, caramel milk will definitely be number 1. But moving away from milk, we're into game 3. The Penetrator and the Frosty Goats.
Nobody's actually heard of spearmint
Going
milk.
into the next round. Rizzo rattled
man.
with the lack of knowledge of spearmint milk. Frosty Goat able to get himself a goal.
There's just far more important things happening right now than this 1v1. I'm sorry to say. There is no way nobody is aware of the existence of... I'll tell you what, you guys head out. You go find yourself some spearmint milk. Give it an honest review and get back to me. I don't feel like this is fair. But it must just be a WA thing. I don't really understand why, because it's actually the best of the milks. I feel like this is the Vegemite thing all over again, where like Australians know how good it is, and Milo, maybe Milo's a better example, how good it is. And then everyone else in the world is like, what the hell is that? That must be garbage. I've never heard of it.
You know what? I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that.
I'm glad I corrected myself from
Okie,
Vegemite
thank you for the
and went to
follow.
Milo instead.
Yeah, that was a good save. Vegemite was that was rough.
Gee, Frosty looking good, isn't he? He has looked really, really good since about the 1 minute mark of game number 2. Spinglis has no answers for this at the moment. Dominant display from Frosty. Looking to reverse sweep the Penetrator. I'm with you. Thank you, Aussie. Are you from WA, Aussie? I think we've had this discussion so many times, and sorry for forgetting, but I feel like maybe you did say you were. Maybe that's why you're aware of this milk. This fantastic milk. Yeah, you're in Perth. There you go. There must be a WA
up a
thing.
goal.
Interesting. Yeah, banana milk's no good. Sorry.
Caramel is number 1.
No, that's wrong. Actual wrong. I feel like you're just gaslighting me now.
I think you're the one that's gaslighting your entire community with the existence of chewing gum flavored milk.
I'm actually, this is such an eye-opener for me. I had no idea I was like opening this can of worms where no one even knew what
I think it's more of an eye closer for me.
So what options do you guys even have? I mean, obviously chocolate and strawberry, banana, standards. You've mentioned caramel. I mentioned caramel. Both different ends of the spectrum on caramel.
But brand's really important. You can't just say that every brand is equal. They have their own formulas and different formulas and stuff. But honestly, I've never heard of spearmint milk in my life. I'm a big fan of mint in general. But
yeah,
I'm not
Did
sure.
Did you guys ever get the super shakes? Do you remember those? They were a thing when I was in school. I'm pretty sure they had a spearmint version of the super shake for those that were around for those. They might even still be a thing. I don't even know actually.
Apologies,
Yes,
Oki. We're deep in a milk conversation. I don't think the footy's on our mind at the moment.
Oh, there's football happening. What's happening in the football?
West Coast up 51 against Crom.
Pigeons are real. Spearmint, yeah, man, look it up. Honestly, actually, do yourself a favor and go and find some and taste it, and you will not look back. Actual life changer.
This stream is not sponsored by spearmint milk. This is just an opinion piece.
I don't think they would bother. I don't feel like we're convincing anyone to actually drink it. I think
I'm definitely not, but I think you might be. Great 50, absolutely.
Draws another one as well. Spinglis, like we talked about it at the start of game number 1. He is just full speed, isn't he? He's watched Wizard go about his business and he's gone, I like the look of that. Let's have a crack. It's not quite worked out the same way for him. Game number 1 did catch Frosty off guard, but he's adapted really quickly to the credit of Frosty. He's adapted really quickly to the game plan and game style of the Penetrator here. Although Penetrator should score. Frosty's going to get there. Keeps it out with a pinch. An effective one at that. The speed flip out of goal actually throws him out of position, but Spinglis going to use all of his boost to effect a 50 here. And draws even. Frosty in a pretty comfortable position. Really dangerous play from Spinglis, though. Would have been a handy goal for him to get. And what a beautiful pop over the top from Frosty. Spinglis would have thought he had that under control. Thought he had that challenge to some degree in the bag, but he's been denied by a beautiful flick from Frosty, who will secure his 5th and holds a very handy advantage in this match.
Panther, thank you for the follow.
What are the ranks? I actually have no idea. I'm not even going to be game to have a guess. I know the 2 players in 2s are roughly C1. Maybe if they were on the grind, C2, possibly. Their actual 1v1 ranks? No idea. Sorry. No, I'm not even going to disrespect the players and have a guess, to be honest.
I was thinking the same thing. It's a very safe call. Riz.
I feel like when Frosty's actually remaining grounded and playing smart, I feel like he would be a difficult opponent to match. I would probably struggle. Not that that's saying much. Still have no answer. I'm sorry. Frosty.
Yeah, you can't disrespect the players if you don't know what their ranks are. That's a very good point. Frosty with the excellent push down the midfield. Spingles just did not know what to do here. He just had a Hail Mary attempt. You made a really good point about the control of speed. Spingles going in with 100% speed all the time, where Frosty is going 100% when he needs to.
Yeah, you actually see the difference between an aerial play when you're at 2-all and an aerial play when you're at 5-1 there as well. Frosty looked really comfortable walking that one down the field with multiple aerial touches. Spinglis does get a second for his trouble. It's been hard for him over the past couple of games, hasn't it? The opportunities just have not been there. He's found it really difficult to manufacture something on the scoreboard. The writing's on the wall, you would say. Frosty Goat with a really handy advantage now. 4 goals up. Good kickoff there from Spinglis, but not enough boost in the tank to accelerate through the ball. Frosty again just draws the challenge, knows what's going to happen when he does. He's just learnt that Spinglis will go. He just needs to get himself into a good position to absorb what's about to come. And over again, we see Spinglis beaten on the challenge and Frosty Goat score. As a result, he has his 7th. And he has got MakeAWHIFF Foundation off to a fantastic start here at the start of their first crew battle of Chapter 5. Ooh, good goal from Sping.
Absolutely, he's able to get around him with a nice touch off of his spoiler from his flip on the back flip. Very well done by.
Why do they make lime milk?
Spingles.
I've never seen lime milk. Is lime milk a thing, Rosh? Is that something that you guys have that we don't? Is that where the exchanges come in?
Sounds terrible.
A few lime milks mentioned in the chat. Yeah,
that sounds. L.
We can finally agree on the milks, Rosh. It's
Yes.
good. We've found common ground at lime milk.
That's right. Lime milk. It'll bring us
Lime milk
together.
gross.
We'll fight against it.
Hi, MakeAWHIFF usually have narrow. Nah, lime.
1 minute on the clock.
Like
5 goals
lime
up.
flavor for milkshakes, not actually milk. Yeah, I think that's where I'm possibly getting a little bit lost as well. Is that I don't know. I'm sort of backpedaling a little bit now. I'm not sure there's much spearmint milk getting around. I'm more speaking of spearmint milkshakes. Does that actually change things for anyone? I feel like everyone would still have known about that if that was the case. Spearmint is just a milkshake topping. I hope I haven't thrown everyone there. But I do think that there was a super shake that was spearmint flavored, but I also think that was supposed to be a milkshake, not just milk. Just a WA thing. Spearmint is just milkshake topping. We read that one, yeah. What's a super shake? Yeah. I'm really showing my age tonight, I'll tell you that.
10 seconds on the board. Another goal by Frosty Goat.
Frosty Goat's on the cusp of getting the best post-game title you can possibly get. 10 goals on the board, Rosh, as you would know, is the Force of Nature tag. It's an outstanding tag to get. 9 seconds to get it. Can Frosty Goat make it happen? It's a vanilla kickoff there from Spinglis, and it's good enough to get it past Frosty. He's going to have to do it on 0 seconds if he's going to get it done. Pelatrader's giving him the ball. Frosty Goat's not interested. What are you doing?
He was
the Force of Nature on the line.
Didn't really worry about it, did he?
GG's.
Okay. That is the
real arm wrestle.
winner.
between the two players. PotatoSlayz started off really well. Frosty Goat was caught off guard by the aggressive playstyle from Sping, but adapted to it quickly and overcame in a reverse sweep a whopping 1,616 points, 9 goals, 3 saves, and 13 shots on the board for Frosty. Straight into twos now. It's up to the players.
Twos it is.
Straight into twos. Yeah, it is the losing team's choice, so we'll go to twos. Rosh, very good. Frosty respects Sping too much to go for it. Yeah. Do they know each other outside of this? I feel like they would do, because I feel like they're both reasonably active in the Banditos chat. So it wouldn't be lost on me if PotatoSlayz or Spinglis and Frosty do know each other outside of what we see on the screen here. Yeah, the name conversions are death. It's actually not too bad for me. I'll probably make an absolute cock of it now that I've said that. But I'm very familiar with all of these players, where Rosh is probably going to get tongue-tied a little bit. I think Rink and Vawzenn both have different names. And, of course, Apples will be replacing Turpos in this one. So the overlay could lead astray there. Thankfully, we have a Frosty. Oh no, the Sping as well. Of course, has the wrong name. Hopefully, Schmeval's rocked up with the right name.
He's there.
Yep, we can do that. We're going twos, making sure the players take to the field. Vawzenn and Apples will take on Rink in his first crew battle appearance, and Schmeval. Pretty dangerous team. The Rink and Schmeval combo should be terrifying. Of course, they have all the ceiling in the world available to them in Apples, and Vawzenn at his back. They are without their kingpin Turpos tonight, but they have picked up an absolute gem in Apples on Anxiety, who will look to dunk Rink. Rink doesn't challenge and does a good job of swatting it away as the ball hits ground level. There is Vawzenn. Nice clean rotations early. Apples actually missed out on the boost there and was eliminated. Schmeval takes full advantage as Rink strafes across the ground. His first appearance here. Everything on the line now from Mechanical Swines. They don't really have an opportunity to misstep now that they have conceded the ones. They will need to do damage in both the twos and the threes to advance into the 1-0 group. Of course, the MakeAWHIFF Foundation players just need to take one of the two game modes. Good start here from Unmechanical Swines as Rink into Schmeval stands his ground and scores the first goal. High octane start, Rosh.
That's exactly right. Schmeval sinking that into the back of the net. 4 minutes on the clock. Unmechanical Swines in the lead. Apple's looking to push it up high, catching it and banging it straight on target off the wall. That was an incredibly fast play. Apple's on Anxiety. Not taking any prisoners with that one. Clean.
Yeah, you're going to have to give him a bit more respect than that off the kickoff, aren't you? If he's got an opportunity to score, you're going to have to trail back along the pads through the middle of the ground. There's no corner boosts available. Apples makes no mistake. Here comes Schmeval off the crossbar. Apples does well to keep it out. He's going to have to save it again. He can't get down. And Rink slots it for their second. Kickoff dominance there. It was a good first touch from Schmeval. Really unlucky not to go in, actually, in the end. Apples forced to dive and almost affects the second one as well, but can't quite. They open up that 1-goal advantage courtesy of a beautiful goal and set up from Schmeval for Rink. Apples takes plenty of boost. He's got dual tanks on the Fennec there. He's taken 200 for his trouble. He can get the ball past Rink, who takes it back. Good control from Rink, actually. He's eliminated by Apples. Gets a bump as well. Outstanding from Apples. Clears the path for Vawzenn. Get out of my way, says Apples. He takes out Rink. He bumps Schmeval, and they have zero chance of dealing with Vawzenn, who comes in and slots the equalizer.
That was an incredible show by Apples, just opening up the Red Sea. Parting the Red Sea, I should say. Apples moving into the midfield. Who? Oh, yes. Very confused. Rink. Okay, thank you. It's Vawz. I love God Scales as Vawz. Was that what it was? Okay, so Rink's going to come and collect this ball. He's going to pop it over to Schmeval. No, he's not. Schmeval's going to follow this. collecting 100 boost on both ends, but that demo might open up a goal opportunity. No, Rink's not allowing it. Apples with the touch, the control straight onto the dribble, popping it high. Riz.
Isn't it lovely to watch? He's so clean, isn't he? He
was very
started this so
clean.
well. Rink looks to have started a little bit nervous. We've seen a couple of small mistakes. They haven't cost the team at all. They're still equal here. He has his flip available, Apples, but he has 0 boost in the tank. Vawzenn gets a touch out wide. Schmeval will rotate wide around Rink here. He takes a touch into the sidewall. I think it's looking for that to go up, but it doesn't. It comes straight out into the line of Apples on anxiety. We'll look to touch the ball downfield. Schmeval will take it wide into the line of Rink. Rink takes to the air. It's an awkward setup here. Gets it around Vawzenn, and Apples will challenge. Rink has given the ball to him. The ball is in a dangerous position. Schmeval does well, dives. It's going to be a goal. Apples will not miss out. It's their third. And be careful. Apples on anxiety is here to play.
Absolutely. Here to play he is. 111 kilometers. Bang on net. 2 minutes 30. Unmechanical Swines, 1 goal down. Apple's looking really strong today, Riz.
No, he certainly is. It's hard to grab a sub that's already in the tournament. There always feels like there's that little bit of a conflict of interest as you look at the leaderboard and go, oh, who do I want to win this match and who I not? I don't feel like Apples is the personality to do so. He's just out there to play his best Rocket League, and goodness me, he looks unstoppable at the moment. They're going to have to do something about it. They can't give him space and time. He's had plenty of it on multiple occasions, and he has not missed out even once. They have 4 on the board. They need to do some damage control here, Rink and Vawzenn. Rink and Schmeval. Rink setting up an opportunity off the back wall here. Down to Schmeval. He's going to draw a 50 against Vawzenn here, but it favours Apples again. He will take this wide. Will the boost spawn? It does, but he's not quite in the line of it. Rink has backed off to give him a chance, but ends up getting the bump. Schmeval will have to beat Vawzenn here. He doesn't. It's the 5th goal. MakeAWHIFF Foundation are getting stronger and stronger as this crew battle goes on. Frosty secured the 1s, and Apples and Vawzenn have shown up in the 2s. God, they're going to need to do something quick, the Unmechanical Swines. Well, this one's going to get away from them quickly.
5 up. Minute and a half left in the match. Apples and Vawzenn looking like extremely strong units on the field. But I think that Schmeval answering that question by giving themselves another goal, 2-goal deficit for the Unmechanical Swines. The MakeAWHIFF Foundation not able to save this goal, Riz.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Unmechanical Swines. Rink coming in quick there. Beautiful finish from Schmeval as well. They're not outmatched. We've said this phrase before tonight. They're not outmatched mechanically. Just seems like they need to find a way to put a bandage on top of Apples on anxiety, because give him any space and time or any kind of opportunity, he's doing full damage. He's got a chance here as well. Low boost for Schmeval. He will face Apples alone. He gets a nice touch out wide. Rink will take the boost. Took the boost away from his teammate, knowing that he was going to be beaten by Apples. It's a good play by Rink in the end. He'll take that one as well. He'll have a little bit of space and time of his own. Sets himself up with an aerial play. Gets the flip over the top of both. Oh, he's met by Apples, who sends him flying, and the ball. Schmeval has missed, and it's a big opportunity on counter-attacks. I think the commit was heavy from both players there from Unmechanical Swines. Apples in anxiety ends up transitioning the ball wide. Vawzenn keeps them at bay. They're running out of time. If anything, Rink with a chance here. Over the backside of Apples, can't quite. It's missed out wide. Huge chance coming in. It was well played by Rink. The opportunity never really presented itself more than what he took. And that's well saved out by Apples. It could actually be a goal on counter for Vawzenn. Both players again committing heavily. And Apples will steal Vawzenn's work from downfield. And they open up a 3-goal game. It's high octane, isn't it, Rosh?
You know what's interesting though? Like these kinds of games, although Unmechanical Swines are caught out here, they need to take those risks to score those goals. They don't have a choice. So they really have to do the all or nothing plays just to be able to get these goals with the defense as strong as it is.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They actually did create themselves a pretty decent opportunity in that passage of play. Fortunately, like you say, you're absolutely right. It did force them to overcommit to create that opportunity. Apples will just look for some fancy work in the air. It's good enough to waste time and create an opportunity all in one package. 3 goals, the difference in this game. This feels like it's gone in a blink of an eye, doesn't it? We've seen 9 goals somehow go by, and the first game is done. MakeAWHIFF Foundation going from strength to strength. They take game number 1 away from the Unmechanical Swines. Big showing from Apples on anxiety. Vawzenn played a really good support role for him. Look at the scores from Schmeval and Rink. Nothing separating those two players. Yeah. 10 shots from Apples. They're going to have to reel that in. They cannot survive 10 shots from Apples in game number 2 or 3. See Schmeval possibly taking a moment. He hasn't readied up quite yet. Possibly collecting themselves. I wonder if that game felt as quick to them. Someone want to trade? Yes, it's finally happened. All right. Surely someone's got a Fennec for this man. Anyway, sorry, back to where we were. You know what's impressive, Rosh? You haven't actually. Sorry, I think. Are you muted? You're muted to me, at least.
I'm muted. I apologize. I didn't want to flood the chatter with laughter with the trade request. Rink and Schmeval, they actually put up such a great fight. That scoreline that they got in terms of the close scores was just purely based on just trying to get through Apples and Vawzenn's defense.
Yeah, I don't think they're out of this contest at all. Like I said, I stand by the fact they really need to reel Apples in. They're not going to be able to give Apples 10 shots a game and expect to do well in this match. But I think they created enough opportunities for themselves, and they definitely got the talent on the field to do so. That game just, I don't know if it was just me, it felt like it was over in a flash. I feel like it came and went very quickly, even though there was 9 goals scored. Good shot from Schmeval, gets around it, does well, and they have the first, a really important goal for them. Possibly momentum build-up. Good clear from Schmeval, did all himself there. Rink also in position possibly to convert if required. They need to start this well, and interested to see what kind of tactics they implement to deal with Apples. Schmeval did take a moment there to ready up between games. This is why I was raising the question about that game seeming over in a flurry, perhaps needing a minute to collect his thoughts there. It's going to be a second as well. What a challenge from Rink. Opens the door for Schmeval, and they have their second. And this contest has become very interesting very quickly, Rosh.
Absolutely. I think he definitely needed that Zen moment. No pun intended. And now pushing through on 4 minutes with a 2-goal lead. I think we're in for a really good game of Rocket League. Let's see what Apples and Vawzenn can do. Unable to score that goal. Crossbar MVP coming through once again. Pushing into the net.
The net was completely open for Vawzenn. He just tried to hit the skin off it, didn't he? End up absolutely clapping the crossbar.
Massive dent indeed, Owen.
Massive dent. Rink has the flip. Not effective though. Straight into Apples. Schmeval's in a really awkward position now. Apples, he gets an extra touch as well. What a save from Rink. And it's Vawzenn who's there. He's always there. That extra touch from Apples there. He lands the reset, but that last touch there is what threw Schmeval. Can't believe that Rink still affected the save. But Vawzenn just hanging around, picking the scraps from Apples, and they find their first through 90 seconds of Rocket League here in game number 2. Oh, great kickoff. Rink can't recover. I saw Rink just out the corner of my eye there. He looked for the wave dash recovery. He was in a great spot to one-shot shoot that ball off the kickoff. Apples is given space as a result. Rink will be really disappointed. I know not many people probably caught it, but out of the corner of my eye, I saw he was ready for the shot, but he couldn't get the wave dash to work. Moments later, Apples has the reset over his teammate, and they have the equalizer. Apples gets a reset, it's a goal. Yeah, it's certainly looking that way. To be fair though, Turpos, their regular teammate, is very much got the same equation working for him. Good shot on target from Schmeval. Rink has some work to do here. He's got Apples and Vawzenn coming at him. Apples just sort of gives this one away. Rink will take a controlling touch out wide. Schmeval respects the space for Rink. As Rink goes for Apples again, takes him out. Opportunity here. Schmeval touches in board. Rink's gone for boost, I think, and it'll be Vawzenn who gets a touch. Rink actually went for the far corner boost in the end. Apples will give this up to Rink. What have they got in store? Rink, good controlling touch middle, gets it around Vawzenn, can't bring it around Apples. Apples will take the corner boost. Will he beat Schmeval to the ball? He doesn't. Schmeval gets off the backboard. Rink too far away. Apples versus Schmeval. Versus Rink, sorry. People had their real names, would make it a lot easier. Schmeval takes a controlling touch onto the wall. I'm not sure he's got the boost to follow through with this. He's got to call in Rink here. It's an all or nothing play. It's high. Oh, double touch
my
from Rink.
Days.
Outstanding play.
Absolute banger of a double touch.
Got thrown into that. Schmeval was going to recover with nothing. Rink went all in and went bang off the backboard and sinks into the net to open up a lead. God, they have to work hard for their goals, but they have found a lead here. Mission impossible for the team, but they're making it work. Back pass there from Schmeval. Rink nowhere to be seen. My voice is about to implode, Rosh.
Apple's coming in hot for the air dribble. Can he get the reset? But he's run out of boost. I love goth girls. Vawzenn pushing the ball into the far corner. Apple's at a loss for boost. Schmeval trying to take advantage, trying to get that pass in, but Vawzenn not allowing it to happen. Apple's getting possession here. The early challenges just trying to dismantle Apples.
Ooh.
Going up high.
Ooh.
Oh. Rink
That would've been a
unable to
crucial
get
goal,
that touch.
Oh, again.
Oh, Apples just
Again.
hitting it past their back line. RZA.
Yeah, again, we've seen a huge opportunity for Unmechanical Swines, and moments later, it's in their net. Schmeval had the open net there. He pushed it high. He's actually been real lethal in front of net, Schmeval. Hasn't missed out many times, but that one. And Rink went for the backboard read as well. Meant they were all in. Apples walked it down the field, and we are all square. Gee, the 2-goal lead would have been handy, wouldn't it, with 90 seconds remaining. They played really well in this game. Oh, they've overcommitted again. This time it's Vawzenn who intercepts. Suddenly they lead by a goal. Moments ago they should have led by 2. They trail by 1 in the blink of an eye, and this is turned on its head. Are we heading to the threes with nothing on the line? All of a sudden, Apples and Vawzenn are getting the job done. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I am lagging hard here.
Who knows? Who knows, Rez? I think that I think that I'm allowed to have a preference, Puma, but I appreciate you for noticing. Apples and Vawzenn pushing the ball upfield. Unmechanical Swines. 48 seconds left, but Apples is there to collect the double straight off the wall. The wall read, putting Apples and MakeAWHIFF Foundation in such a great spot with 2 goals up. 45 seconds remaining.
Jeez, it's almost disappointing in a way. It's hard to be impartial at times. I thought that we were going to see a game 3 here. Unmechanical Swines looked really, really good through the first half of this game. I know I mentioned it before, they were so close to opening up that 2-goal lead, but they suddenly just trailed by 2 goals. They've just left the foot off the pedal for the last minute or two, and it has cost them everything you'd imagine here. 16 seconds remaining. Apples will score the 6th, and they have walked all over them through the last 2 minutes of this game. It was a tough challenge from Unmechanical Swines, a real tough challenge for us, and Apples turned up to play. But they had the answers for a long period of time here in game number 2. And a disappointing result at the end. I'm sure they would agree. They will head to the threes for nothing but percentage and bragging rights. MakeAWHIFF Foundation kick off Crew Battles Chapter 5 with a win. One way or another from here, they will win the Crew Battle. Unmechanical Swines will lose, but we will head to the threes regardless. GG's.
GG's indeed. They did put up a great fight, the Unmechanical Swines, but MakeAWHIFF, Apples, and Vawzenn had an incredible offense and defense where the Unmech Swines just, unfortunately, could not get through or find the answers for. Although they did hold on for a really long time. And I think that says a lot.
Asking if we do play the threes, yep. We'll go for the threes. Teams should enjoy the opportunity to get some games under their belt as well. We're all here. We might as well load into a threes match. Percentage does count. I know we mentioned this before. Percentage actually means quite a lot because we do get, obviously, for each stage that you enter the finals, if you are lucky enough to do so, you either go through 3-0, 3-1, or 3-2 wins and losses in total. But you will be competing with all the other teams that go through on that same win-loss record, and it will only be percentage that separates you in seeding in the finals, and that will be that will make a big difference to who you play come the first round of the knockout finals. Should just pre-record that and just play it.
I'm sure that we can get like a bot or something to read that text-to-speech for you, if anything. But we don't want to deprive the audience of your voice, Riz.
They're saying I've got a what is that? I've got a double voice. Wait,
you don't. No,
voice?
You don't.
A bit of an echo. Something. I missed that bit.
Yeah, no, you don't have an echo. No, you're all good.
Echo. Roger that. I know I did lag a little while ago. I don't know whether that had something to do with it. I don't know whether the internet was being chewed up by another source, and my poverty-packed Western Australian internet, although does receive the superior flavoured milk, cannot handle any kind of demand for internet requirements. When someone else wants to use it, I cannot. Nothing much doing to separate the teams here. Threes is often that way, isn't it? Usually a bit of a war of attrition to start things off as it is here. Schmeval's going to own goal. He does puts it straight into the back of his own net. Does look like he had the wrong line there. We're obviously looking at it from a difficult angle from a fair way back, but Penetrator actually lays it back. Schmeval probably had no idea that was about to happen. Schmeval ends up putting a beautiful pass back towards his own net. Could it be an echo on Rosh's end? Possibly. And we got an echo, do we? Interesting.
I'm not seeing anything that indicates there's an echo.
Disregard internet flavor milk. Yes, sir. Back on the flavor milk conversation.
All my bars are good. All the bars are good on my end.
Yeah, it's weird that it would just suddenly start. Is there still an echo? There is an echo. I keep hearing the word echo over and over. Anyone else? Just asked me to start screaming. Yeah, it might work.
Strong offense coming from MakeAWHIFF. Apples passing it directly to Frosty Goat. Penetrator moving it forward. Vawzenn unable to get the touch. Oh, Apples colliding with Vawzenn into the midfield. Frosty in the back line pushing it high. Rink coming in for the touch. Spinglis ready to catch it off the wall, Riz.
Yeah, so it's a tight encounter. There's nothing separating them. It's interesting to watch. I'm sort of just watching the Unmechanical Swines and analysing how they go about their business, because we saw the twos and the ones first, and obviously the crew battle's been decided, but the threes is such an instrumental game mode. We talk about it every single crew battles. The teams that play good threes together seem to do really well in the tournament and seem to be able to make the ones and the twos sort of just work. They seem to be able to just, if you can win the threes consistently, you can pick off one of the two game modes more often than not. So I'm interested to watch Unmechanical Swines here. I think they've done really well. Obviously, MakeAWHIFF Foundation do have the lead to this point, but they don't look out of it. There was actually pretty much a pure own goal coming in from Unmechanical Swines that have given MakeAWHIFF Foundation the lead. Rink faked out by Spinglis there. He missed out on that one. Rink with a touch over the top of Apples. It's going to be Vawzenn that moves in as I try and translate the myriad of names in front of me that aren't anything to do with the actual player's name. Schmeval will catch, but Apples over the top. Boost limited for Apples. He's had limited influence on this particular match, possibly because of the boost situation. You saw most of his damage that was done in the twos was with plenty of space and plenty of time and plenty of boost. As I say that, he walks in his second goal. 2-goal advantage to MakeAWHIFF Foundation. They look a strong team. Absolute rush.
Strong team indeed. 2 goals up, 1 minute 10 on the board. How do you
Make a Whiff
feel about
foundation.
Unmechanical Swines' chances of bringing this game back, Riz?
This particular game, yeah, I mean they're only 1 goal away from making it a real nail biter again. They haven't been able to generate much opportunity. We saw this in the twos, I think it was. We were talking about this a fair bit in the there's another goal for Apples in the speedrun game with Dementor and Monster, where they were just starved of opportunity. They weren't getting bashed around all over the place and they weren't losing by 10 goals, but they just never looked like winners because they could not generate meaningful opportunities in front of their net. I feel like that's the same sort of thing we're seeing here with Mechanical Swines. They just seem to be hanging on for dear life in this contest. Apple's on anxiety. He's just running rampant now. I started to talk him down slightly. It was only very slightly, Apples, if you are listening, and he's just come out swinging since then. He's found 3 goals, and he's put a big gap between the two teams now. 30 seconds only remaining. Of course, Apples isn't the fixed member of this outfit. As you can see, Turpos' name on the screen. I think a lot of people, when I was sort of selecting the players into their particular ranks or seedings for this event, a lot of people had Turpos as quite possibly the best player we have available, even over the top of Wolfdick, who is quite the weapon for those that have seen him. So I'm not sure how this 3-man team of Frosty, Vawzenn and Turpos will actually stack up in the long run. I'm not sure what to do about it. They've been given Apples, who is obviously an absolute monster himself, but if Turpos is the beast we are made to believe that he is in all 3 game modes, then maybe this could be the first team that needs slight adjustment, Rosh.
Possibly. Although I definitely am going to have to defer to your experience on the adjustments. Their team does look extremely strong, although top heavy, if anything.
Vawzenn's listening. Why you like this here? I read that and got a giggle, but I wasn't going to say it out loud.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Hello, Blake. Welcome to the stream. Turpos is my son. Yeah, I know, Vawzenn. I know, but what are we going to do? This is, Oh, sorry, everyone's waiting for me. Serious apologies. Actually, sidetrack. You know what I'm really impressed with, Rosh?
What?
And I'm being sincere here. You have not joined the match and taken to the field. That is so rare that someone comes into the hot seat and does this. And instead of going to spectate, they just hit auto. You've not done it once. I'm extremely impressed.
I appreciate that, Riz. Let's just cover up all my other mistakes with this one. I'm trying my best.
No, you've done it outstanding job. For those that don't know, and people probably do by now, Rosh is actually hosting the matches that you've seen him and I in tonight and last night as well. He's going to be a regular fixture for us in this chapter of Crew Battles. Very experienced streamer in his own right. Thought it was fitting to hold his hand, as Rosh put it, through the first steps of this, and I think you've done a
showing me the ropes.
job, mate.
I appreciate that.
It's called Scuffcord. It's called Scuffcord for a reason, brother. Don't read into it, honestly.
Thank you, Dan. Too kind, bro.
It's actually it's such a nice experience. Oh, this is their first goal in the threes. They have. It's Rink scoring their first. I was going to say it's such a nice experience to sit here and just be able to watch it almost from a spectator point of view. Obviously, I have some involvement in the casting of the match, but it's a lot of a different feeling than being the one that chat's yelling at when the green dots aren't in place or the animated bars haven't dropped down when they're supposed
I love the investment though from the community. They want it to be right. I appreciate that. I like that.
Yeah, that is a fair shout. That is a fair shout. They'll make sure it's right, don't you worry. They will kick and scream until it's right. Make no mistake. Oh, good touchdown field from Schmeval. Oh, I'm lagging. I don't know what's going on with my internet. Good save in the end. I think it was Frosty who got the touch over the backboard. Frosty gets it around.
That's right.
He's looked really good. He's looked really good, Frosty, hasn't he, in this particular game and games previous as well. He's looked really good all series long. Could well be the player that we look at to possibly move around if we do end up making some arrangements on this particular team. Perhaps not. It's difficult to say because we haven't seen them as their intended 3-stack, obviously, without Turpos. It's really difficult to make those kind of calls without them even playing a single game together.
Absolutely. I think there's going to be a bit more of a discussion than what we're having here around that topic.
Can I say my YouTube and Twitch? I'll let you make the moral judgment on that one, mate. Oh,
apologies. I will take a executive decision on that front. If you could not do any of that, that would be great. Thank you.
Rosh reaches into the streamer's handbook and pulls out the response that everyone was expecting from me that I didn't deliver.
No, I thought you were just giving me that opportunity, Riz.
You thought Nightbot was bad. We've got a Rosh on our hands now, everybody. Absolute savage. Sorry, mate. I mean, yeah, I know. No need to touch on it anymore. Rosh has dealt with the situation. Vawzenn with the whiff off the backboard. They have another lead back to the MakeAWHIFF Foundation. Half the game gone. They look like winners, don't they? Here, they're such a polished outfit. I mean, they've had Apples come and sub in for them. I mean, you can't do much worse. You can't do much better than Apples, really. Such a powerful player.
The rest of the team is playing so well, though.
You're absolutely right. And like we talked about, Frosty, oh, well done by Hell. Gets his name on the scoreboard, gets involved.
Oh, yeah.
At a really crucial time. Frosty, we talked about it while he was playing ones, I think. I think threes is his native mode. So he feels comfortable here. Vawzenn, very strong player in his own right as well. I think he sits pretty comfortably in Champ 2 across a lot of the game modes. He could probably do better as well if he really... Oh, Pell misses out. Rink with a chance. Oh, he misses out. Schmeval moves in and he misses out. And all of a sudden they're on retreat. Rink just has to put the ball high. Looking for a second one off the backboard. Can't make it work. Penetrator there. And slots it out wide. Threes is where he shines. Kadachi, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, he's always been a threes player. Obviously, there's plenty of goats to go around. I'm sure they don't find too much trouble finding a threes unit to get together to play the games. Oh, Rink's missed out here. Frosty moves in, sends it off the crossbar. Who's there? It's Vawzenn. Apples waits back as the third man. Apples score a psycho already. What is he doing? Welcome to the stream, Lawsy. Oh, what a touch! Apples! A series of touches, I should say. Finds the first, finds the second, and I think he found a third here. Yeah, he did. He got the reset there. He didn't end up using it. Ends up getting it off the rear end of the car into the back of the net. I do that, but only off one touch. Doesn't look nearly as good. Well done by Apples. Finds the third goal for MakeAWHIFF Foundation. Oh, jeez. What has happened there? An actual freebie for Apples there. What has happened here? The kickoff. Oh, Rink just didn't go. Wait, was it Rink's kickoff? Must have been.
Yeah. No. No. Rink was on the right-hand side.
Save the peak for your own team, says Rink. That's a fair shout as well. Yeah, big expectation from Apple's own team now, surely. Oh, this should be a goal. No, he's missed out wide. Frosty Goat was there anyway. They look such a strong team, don't they? They look such a strong team.
They really do.
Like I said earlier in the piece, I was casting my eyes carefully on the threes here because it's such an important game mode, even though it's a dead rubber. And it is MakeAWHIFF Foundation that actually looked the stronger unit here as well. They've looked so good from start to finish in this crew battle. It's been such a high skill level crew battle. It's been thoroughly enjoyable. The ones went to 3. The 2s was very, very high octane as well. In the end, it was just Apples and Vawzenn just out muscling the pairing of Rink and Schmeval. And in the 3s, we've seen some blows here for Unmechanical Swines here in game number 2, but game number 1 just belonged to MakeAWHIFF Foundation. And in the end, 4 goals in the back of the net spells disaster for the Unmechanical Swines team. MakeAWHIFF Foundation are going to win. They're going to win the 1s, the 2s, and the 3s. They've deployed a sub, and they have got the result they were after. Back to the drawing board for Unmechanical Swines. It's a beautiful goal from Rink. In fact, the game's not entirely
2
over.
seconds and a dream, Riz. 2 seconds and a dream. Can they do it?
That weird kickoff goal, it would be in a far different position than they are right now. It'd be 3 apiece, but regardless, here we are, 2 seconds remaining. sub in for me next week if someone else can deal with it. I don't think Rink's too happy. GG's. Even I heard my echo there. That was interesting. Where did I hear that from?
It could be me, because I've got open back headphones and I'm like turning my head like this.
Oh yeah, possibly. I am quite loud as well. Can Apples sub for me? To be fair, Apples did sub in for one of the most powerful players we have available in Turpos as well. I did mention that during the cast. Vawzenn and Frosty placed as C1, C2s. Turpos is one of the best players we have. Apples stepped in his stead, and yeah, to be fair, they played a really strong series of games there. Understandable frustration from Unmechanical Swines, but it's just sort of how it is. There's a lot of players we haven't seen play, yourself, Rink included, we haven't seen a lot of. And unfortunately, it's very difficult to get things perfect in the very first round, and it's even worse when we don't see the player. It's worse when we don't get the player that's rostered to play come and play.
I think that with the choices that we had that we had to make in terms of finding that replacement, there's not much else that we could have done, because mechanically and in terms of rank, Apples was not as high a rank as Turpos.
Yeah, from all the people that I got in touch with to seed players, most of them had Turpos as the best player in the entire event. I talked about it during the cast. Wolftick, I do have Wolftick as the best player in the event. Little spoiler there, but I don't think that's much of a surprise to people. And a lot of people were telling me that it's very likely that Turpos actually would beat Wolftick in most game modes. So he was placed as a very high player. Bringing Apples in was fair for the seeding. The other thing you can't discount as well is that MakeAWHIFF Foundation played very, very well. We don't like to take that away from teams. Yeah, of course, Apples is strong, but I think Frosty Goat we've seen a lot of Frosty Goat. This is probably one of the best performances I've ever seen Frosty Goat put in on stream. And Vawzenn as well, as a support for Apples in those twos, played very, very well for a champ too. Understandably feel hard done by, but I feel like it probably would have been a similar feel against Turpos, perhaps. But again, like, it's hard to say because we haven't seen a lot of these people play, especially across multiple game modes.
Absolutely. I think we're not, yeah. The other players on the field, Vawzenn, Frosty Goat, Spinglis, Rink, they definitely did a lot of work in their own right. So all in all, it was a really good matchup. I don't think that this clean sweep is a true or good representation of how the match actually went, if anything.
Doesn't help that I played absolute dog shit. Yeah, well, I mean, there's lots of factors. There is lots of factors involved, and to be honest, like, you could come back in a week's time after playing more games with your team and have exactly the same matchup, and we could get a completely different result. And we have seen that happen. Like we talked about, Frosty and Vawzenn probably put in some of the best performances we have ever seen them put in front of our eyes. And if you've got opponents that are slightly off, they're probably going to struggle. And like, I didn't notice that you struggled in particular, Rink. We saw you hit some absolute bangers, but you are seated also very high. You are seated very high in this event yourself, which obviously puts a lot of pressure on yourself to perform as well. Not saying you performed poorly. I don't think you did at all. But there's a lot of factors that go in. I think it's easy to point fingers at Apples, who played a really good game. He really did. But you can't discount the fact that we went across 3 game modes with 6 players on the fields.
GG's Frosty.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We haven't seen much of Turpos. We haven't seen much of Turpos, to be fair. Cheers for understanding that, Rink. GG's Frosty as well. Yeah, you played like an absolute madman out there. You must be pretty happy with the performance you put in, Frosty in particular. That was outstanding from you, mate. You are those that don't know, Frosty is a not a reigning champion. He is a champion of crew battles. He did play with one of the most powerful players Rocket League has ever seen in me. Yeah, no, I'm joking, of course. He played with Nob and myself. I was referring to Nob. Of course, speaking, yeah, you played really well. You did play very well. You as well tonight. Wiz, 2-time champ. Actually, Frosty, are you a 2-time champ already? I think you are. I think Frosty is actually already a 2-time champ. I'm going to defer myself to the Crew Battles Hall of Fame real quick.
He is, yeah. Confirmed.
Frosty Goat is a 2-time champion.
Some would say
already.
an OG.
And he has landed on his feet here as well. So you can see from their first game here. Bring back Nob. Yeah, I know. Honestly, it is actually the biggest sad not having Nob involved. Those that know Nob and most people around here do. He's an amazing gentleman. Probably one of the, like, as lame as this is going to sound, he's probably one of the best people I've ever met online. Like I'm so grateful to have met Nob. He's such an outstanding person.
He really is. Couldn't agree more.
I'm trying not to tear up. I want to 1v1 him again in crew battles. Oh, I see where you're going with this models. Yeah, absolutely. Classic. Rosh versus Riz 1v1. Unfortunately,
I've never beaten Riz. I've never actually beaten Riz in a 1v1.
You beat me in a 1v1, not a series of 1v1s.
Sure.
You beat me in many 1v1s. You have.
Sure.
You have. What do you mean? You actually have. You have. Comfortably at times. When's the wedding with Nob? Yeah. Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah.
What about the fact that Nob is farming channel points on 2 accounts for the bikini stream? Hey, you know, you've got to pay credit where it's due. That is a big brain play. Big brain play.
I'm sure he'll be doing the same again on the Scuffcord and Scuffcord OCE channels.
Yeah, we'll
Don't
have
let
to
the dream die.
We'll have to discuss what we want to see as channel rewards. I think we're not going to struggle too much to hit affiliate very shortly. We're going to be having channel points arrive on the scene very shortly as a result, and we will be able to discuss what we would like to see in channel point rewards. And I'm not just talking about us doing silly things, which I'm sure is probably what everyone else is thinking. We've also got sound alerts and all that kind of thing that we could that we need to discuss about what we want to bring in and what we think adds value to the streams and what will get used and that sort of thing. Obviously, probably not a discussion for now, but that's something that we will discuss in the future. How many average viewers does it have? Before this stream, it was averaging 108 per stream, but that was mostly due to the fact that we got a Spooder raid last night, and 1 hour of our stream time had something like 500 viewers, or 400 viewers for the majority of it. They won't get partner yet? Absolutely not. No, they will not give us partner. No way.
Not yet.
But yeah, I think it's been successful. I think it's been really good so far. Obviously, it's that's not the same not having channel points and predictions. Predictions are another one that we enjoy. It's disappointing not having those yet, but they are going to come. But I think that we've had really good turnout so far. The games have been really good, and I think the system is we're obviously ironing out some of the kinks, but I think the system is working really well.
I think so as well. And in terms of affiliate and partnership, that's not really the goal. It's not really the goal. It's more about what the channel can do for the community and how the community can interact with the channel by use of emotes and channel points and predictions, as Riz mentioned.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice long term for sure. Having everyone just have this will be the home effectively. Everyone will know where to go and where the thing will be. They'll always know where the thing is. Yeah, the other good thing is that I can farm other people's internet, can't I, Rosh?
Yeah.
I can absolutely farm other people's internet. It doesn't need to be on my channel. Rosh can stream it. I can sit here and enjoy the good life. There's no shame in it.
Not one bit.
Anyway, that's a GG's. Thank you again, Rosh. Another outstanding stream, another great series of games. Appreciate you being here, and we're going to see much more of you over the coming weeks. I was going to say that, and then I didn't, and then I probably should have, because I ended up saying it anyway. We're going to see much more of you over the coming weeks.
Thank you, Riz. I appreciate it. Thanks for holding my hand as you've exposed me. All right, so shall we wrap this up? That's a GG's. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Those that endured, it was
Isn't it? It was a very exciting series. I thought it was a sweep in the end from MakeAWHIFF Foundation, but great games all around. A lot of ups and downs. The ones started off with a win from Sping. Great performance from Frosty. The twos, we saw Apples and Vawzenn come in. What a powerful duo they were. They really were a powerful duo. Overcome Rink and Schmeval. And then the threes, again, another powerful performance from MakeAWHIFF Foundation. But the games were good. They were high octane, high skill, and I enjoyed them very much as well, with the company of my main man, Absolute Rosh. Thank you very much, sir. And that's a wrap.
Have yourselves a great day or night. Thank you for supporting the content, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.